What's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly live chat. I do these live streams every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I used to do them at 6, but it just wasn't working out that way, so I moved them to 8. And now I'm still 10 minutes late tonight, but I was having a little bit of a technical issue here. But it ended up being no big deal. I got it going. We are about a week and a half out, a little less than a week and a half, I guess, from UFC 285. Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. Dana White, or the UFC in general, has been announcing fights left and right, so we have plenty to talk about. I've been streaming nonstop lately. Yesterday was the first time I didn't stream in a while. I think I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow, but then Friday I think I'm going to try to stream Bellator, depending on the timing, and One Championship on Friday. So I'll probably do those two on Friday. Saturday, I'll probably stream the fight. Sunday and Monday, I may not stream because I'll be working on prediction videos. And then as soon as I finish up my prediction videos, whatever day that is, I'll stream for the rest of the week. We're going to do the pre-fight for UFC 285 next Friday, the regular live stream next Wednesday, and we'll probably stream any other day that I'm not working on videos. But a lot of news has come out. A lot of news. If you haven't been paying attention to the channel, I have a video for every single one of these fights on the channel. We have Sergei Pavlovich versus Curtis Blaydes, a massive heavyweight fight coming up. We have Charles Oliveira versus Beniel Dariush is finally official. We have Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo, which is finally official. All great fights, all massive fights. Really looking forward to all of them. I have a video of all of them on the channel. I put out today, how good is UFC 285? I put that video out today. I just released it about an hour ago. That video actually took like an hour and a half, 2 hours for YouTube to process for some reason. There was some type of YouTube error, I guess. And once it was finally done processing, I released it. But that's out on the channel. A bunch of stuff out on the channel right now. But so guys, check those out after this live stream. But I put in the title for today, UFC 285, Jon Jones, Ciryl Gane, Sterling, Cejudo, and Oliveira, Dariush. But you guys know how the weekly live chat is. We can really talk about anything. And it's crazy because I've been streaming a lot lately, but I didn't stream yesterday, and I feel like we already have a million things to discuss in terms of fights. Just because there's more fight announcements that I haven't even made videos on. I'm trying to think of all the other ones. Give me 1 second. Let me check the Discord. We have one of them off the top of my head is we have Edmund Shabazian versus, I almost said Gabe Green. Hernandez. I think it's Anthony Hernandez. Yeah, Anthony Hernandez. Okay, here we go. We have Edmund Shabazian, Anthony Hernandez, which is a great fight at middleweight. And we also have Jake Matthews versus Gabe Green. Those are some more fights that have been announced. We also found out that Gunnar Nelson is out of, or not Gunnar Nelson, Daniel Rodriguez is out of his fight with Gunnar Nelson. We are now getting Gunnar Nelson versus Brian Barberina at UFC 286 on March 18th. We got a hell of a month coming up. I'm excited, but I'm also stressed. March and April are massive in the MMA world. Massive. We have so many great fights coming up. I cannot believe how many great fights. And they're all just one right after another. Boom, 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 boom. Like, straight up, it's insanity. Just in the next, couple weeks or so. We have Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. We have Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman 3. We have Gaethje versus Fiziev. We have Piotr Jan versus Merab Dvalishvili. We have Jeff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. We have Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. We have Derek Brunson versus Dricus du Plessis. And then in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we got, and that's a little bit further away. I was going to say Charles Oliveira versus Beniel, but that's a little bit further. That's in May. We have Curtis Blaydes, Sergei Pavlovich. That's happening in mid-April, late April-ish, third week of April, I think. So we got a lot of great fights coming up, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. I mean, this next month, guys, this next month is going to be the equivalent of the opposite of what January was. We were missing out on a lot of stuff in January. March and April are going to make up for it. I'm so excited. And to be honest, this Saturday is Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. I don't even care. I'm looking right past that card. I am looking right past it. Because, I mean, this card does not excite me whatsoever. It's a decent card. It isn't as bad as last week's on paper. But I just start looking past it. We have 285, which is the most excited, outside of UFC 280, the most excited I've been for a card in many years, to be quite honest. Then 2 weeks after 285, or 1 week after 285, we have Jan versus Dvalishvili. Then 1 week after that, we have the Kamaru Usman Leon Edwards trilogy. Then the following week, I forgot, Corey Sandhagen versus Marlon Chito Vera. You got Pereira Adesanya. I forgot. Oh my goodness. Holloway out. It is a great time. It is a great time to be an MMA fan. That's crazy. That is crazy. So let me break this down. Because this is just straight up mind-blowing to me. Let me pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. So in the next, I'll say month and a half. I'll stop a little over a month and a half because I'll stop at Curtis Blaydes versus Sergei Pavlovich. Here are the fights we have. We have Jon Jones, Ciryl Gane. We have Jeff Neal, Shavkat Rakhmonov. We have Jalen Turner, Mateusz Gamrot. We have the following fight night. We have Petr Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili, which that's an incredible main event. No other really standout fights on the card. It's not a bad fight card. There's still some good fights on there, but none worth mentioning right now. Then the week after that, we have Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards 3. We have Justin Gaethje, Rafael Vaziev. We have Marvin Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. I mean, all three of those fights that I just mentioned are unbelievable. Then we have Marlon Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen. And that's just in the next 4 weeks. Then you get to Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira 2. Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Raul Rosas Jr. fighting Christian Rodriguez. Kevin Holland, Santiago Ponzinibbio. That one really doesn't jump off the paper. Kelvin Gastelum, Chris Curtis. Michael Chiesa, Li Jingliang. 287 is stacked. Then the following week, we have Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. That's an amazing matchup. You also have Brandon Royval versus Mateus Nicolau on that same card. Amazing flyweight matchup. Pedro Munoz, Chris Gutierrez. That is a massive featherweight, or that's a massive bantamweight fight. Edson Barboza, Billy Quarantillo. I mean, this card is crazy. And then finally, you have the Pavlovich Blaydes fight, which I will stop at. So the next 7 weeks, I'm shook. The next 7 weeks is a mind-boggling month and a half. The next 7 weeks is just, please, MMA gods, don't ruin it for us. Please, MMA gods, don't ruin it for us. So just know, guys, we have a lot to look forward to. There's some times where we have down periods. This is not one of those times, guys. I'm really looking forward to, discussing all these fights over the course of the next 8 weeks. Okay, sorry. I started going off about the fights and I forgot to read the chat, to be honest. Okay. If you guys have a question, put it in the chat. If you haven't liked the stream yet, like the stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And I think that's it. Let's read some chat. Do you think Valentina will beat Grasso, Aaron, and Suarez? She's bound to lose to one of them. I think she beat Grasso. She's either going to lose to Aaron or Suarez. What's up, Joey? What did you get into today? Nothing too crazy. I had some pizza like an hour ago for dinner. Did you watch Avatar 2? If yes, out of 10. Yes, I did. I'd give it like a 7. I don't have any bud and I'm depressed. What do I do? Listen to the live stream. Is weed legal in Baltimore? I think up to a certain amount is. I don't know the exact laws. What's up, JJ Smoke? Do you think Pavlovich Blaydes should get a title shot or Stipe? I think Pavlovich Blaydes should get a title shot. I don't want to see no bullshit Stipe Miocic coming back from the fire department to get a title shot, to be quite honest. I think that's garbage. I don't wish to see that at all. Mario, thank you for the 9 months of membership. You think subs will climb a lot this month? Yes, I do. I do. I might just have to make a video in general about the next, I don't know. I got to think of a title and everything, but it's crazy. Jungle Mania with the Chris Curtis emoji. What's up, Billy? Cannot wait for 285. In 1 month, we will have a new heavyweight champion and welterweight champ. This year is flying by. This year has been flying by. Jungle Mania, I'm here, man. What's up? March is going to be insane, bro. Yes, it is. March is going to be... I'm just so happy looking forward to March. I'm just so happy. It looks so good. Like, I knew it was good, but just kind of recapping it right there. I'm just going to close down the channel and just sit back and enjoy the MMA universe for 1 month. Nah, I'm kidding. I enjoy breaking down all these fights. I enjoy talking to you guys about the different news stories. What a hell of a month we're going to have. I'm going to have to check back at the end of March and see how much the channel has grown. I think in the month of February, I've gained about 800 subs, so almost 1,000 subs. So I think I can come close to doubling it in March. We'll see. I don't know for sure. Only time will tell. YouTube's kind of finicky with the algorithm sometimes. But it's possible. It's laughable that Aaron Blanchfield's top 10 pound for pound. The rankings are meaningless. Oh my God. So I went to the UFC's website. Here's what I get. I get a pop-up ad for the Rock's Brahma Bull shoes. I exit out of that. I get Power Slap Road to the Title advertisement. Now I can click on the rankings. Yeah, where's Aaron Blanchfield sitting at? I don't see. She's not in. Oh, she's number 8 pound for pound. Number 8 pound for pound. I'm the number 8 pound for pound women's fighter in the world. The women's pound for pound rankings are just a joke anyway. An absolute joke. I mean, rankings in general are a joke. Raul Rosas, one freaky legging dude. Okay. If anyone needs me on a Saturday for the next 7 weeks, you're out of luck. Yeah. If I was having my first child and UFC 285 was going down, she'd be going to the hospital by herself. I'd be staying back and watching 285. Joey, who does Islam face next, Dustin or Volk? Or does he wait for the winner of Beniel Charles? I think he waits for the winner of Beniel Charles, and I hope that he does. If not, he may end up fighting Conor McGregor. Stipe deserves it? I don't think so. Dude sat out for 2 years crying and whining. And he always does that. He always does that. Happy B-Day from the Safe House. Oh, yeah, it's Colby Covington celebrating his birthday at the Safe House. Dude's a clown. Dude's a clown. Celebrating his birthday from the Safe House. That's just the way it works, I guess. But it is what it is. Happy birthday to Colby Covington. I hope you're baking some cakes in the Safe House. Thank you for the 2 months of membership, Patty Mills. Cheeto versus Sandhagen. How do you see it playing out? I think Corey Sandhagen has an advantage on the feet. I think he's the more technical striker, so I'm going Corey Sandhagen. My greatest fight pick of all time is when I picked Leon to beat Usman. I don't even think that was a good pick. I don't think anyone who picked Usman made a good pick. I think it was a terrible prediction. I think it was a shit prediction. He got dominated for the majority of the fight and got a KO at the end. You know, call it for what you will. He set it up and everything, but I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't feel good. Like, if I picked Leon Edwards, I wouldn't be hyping that up. I'd be like, damn, I was dead wrong. Because the people that were picking Leon Edwards were saying, oh, he's going to stuff the takedowns and strike with Usman and beat up Usman on the feet. No, he got out grappled, he got dominated, he got outstruck, and then he landed a head kick KO at the end. I think he loses. I'm confident he loses in the trilogy. So we're going to find out in 3 weeks, but I think he loses pretty clearly in the trilogy, and I'm pretty confident in that. But sorry to shit on your greatest pick. I'm sorry. Tatiana Suarez says she wants to go back to strawweight. How will she do against Weili? She could have success against Weili. If she's doing that to Carla Esparza, and I know Weili just out-grappled Carla, but I think she could do very well. Really trust your picks, Joey. Thoughts on a parlay of Farid, Basharat, Shavkat, Ian Gary, and Bo Nickel, or too big of a parlay? Win? Hold on. Let me take a look. I like most of those picks. To be honest, does that even pay out that well? Shavkat's almost a lock. Ian Gary should definitely win. Bo Nickel's undoubtedly going to win. How much could that even pay out, possibly? How much could that even pay out? Let me take a look on my end. Because, I mean, all those are probably massive favorites, but I think they all win. The only one I would be a little bit scared is maybe the Shavkat, because Jeff Neal's really good, but I think Shavkat walks over him anyway. How can that even play out that good? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I don't even have that yet. I don't think. It's not even available here. Let's see. Okay, no, Ian Gary. Farid Basharat. What was the other one? Bo Pickle. I don't even have Bo. Oh, here's Bo Nickel. And then what was the other one? Shavkat. Shavkat Rakhmonov. Did I already pick that one? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So all I'm missing is Shavkat somehow. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's a $10 parlay to win $8. That's horrible. I mean, I think you definitely get it. But I think that's a tough one. Because one person has a weird injury. And next thing you know, you're losing your money. So I think all of them win, but it doesn't sound like a good bet to me. But yeah, I would trust those to win. What's up, Fries? What's up, Rashad? Imagine if Joey just disappears for the next 8 weeks and comes back like nothing happens. Could you imagine? That'd be funny as hell, though. I'm not going to lie. Imagine, like, what do you guys think what you would do? Like, let me know personally. What would you do if I just disappeared for a few weeks and I didn't say nothing? No social media update. I never said anything on my last live stream. No tweet. No comment anywhere. Would you guys start commenting on videos? Would you message me on Twitter? Like, what would you guys do? I'm curious. Because I've been solidly consistent for almost 2 straight years. April 1st is the 2-year anniversary of the channel. So I'm curious, what would you guys do? But the funny part would be me coming back like nothing happened. There's people that probably check my picks every week and like, where the hell is this guy at? Where the hell is this guy at? I'm sure there'd be some people that would comment. Or get the nurse to play 285 in the room where the baby is born. Nah, you can't risk it. Can't risk it. They probably don't have pay-per-view, and you can't watch on your phone. Hospitals don't never have good service. You think Cheeto has been so lucky so far? O'Malley beats him, I think. I don't think Cheeto's been lucky, but I just think Corey Sandhagen's a tough matchup. Joey, sorry for the misunderstanding earlier. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? Colby, Connor, and Stipe all deserve at least 3 more. Stop it. I agree Corey wins. Cheeto is stationary, and I could see him getting frustrated with Corey on the feet, and I think Cheeto gets cut up with elbows. We'll see. I mean, Cheeto has nasty power, so he can change a fight with one shot. That's why I'm super interested in that fight. Patty Mills, thank you for the $2 super chat. I'd unsubscribe and never watch again. Would you really unsubscribe? I wonder if I didn't do anything for a few weeks, like 2-3 weeks, how many people would unsubscribe? I'm curious. It's crazy. What's crazy to me is, and I'm not talking about you, Patty, in general. I'm not talking about you. I know I just read your message, but I'm not talking about you. There is so many people that'll be getting on the comments and sometimes in the chat acting like they own me. Acting like they own me. Like, they don't realize, like, do I make some money off of this? Like, in your case, Patty, you're sending donations, but there's people who don't. They don't send their donation. They're not a member. They don't do nothing. All they do is watch the videos, which indirectly pays me. I get it. But, and they're like, yeah, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. You need to make this. You need to make that. I'm like, you don't realize I do all this for you, technically, for free. You get all this content is free to watch and enjoy. Obviously, is it a way to make a platform to make money? Yes, it is. But there's so many people that are like entitled. Like, once you go online, they're entitled and they think like they own your ass, kind of type deal. And it's a weird dynamic. Imagine if I left for 6 months and came back with Neil Magny's hairline. Exactly like Neil Magny, like cut down to a T, like laser cut Neil Magny mimic hairline. That'd be hilarious. I'd call America's Best Wings and see if you were there. Yeah, because I'm damn sure I'm not at Wingstop. I'd call Wingstop and ask them if I stopped by because that could have killed me because it's so disgusting. The Discord would be hunting you down. I could only imagine. What happened here? What just happened here? I got like a weird message. Hold on one second. Yeah, I think everyone will be confused. If I disappear for any amount of time, I've been in an accident or I'm dead. Just know that. Am I watching Power Slap tonight? Hell no. Damn, that was a hellacious sneeze. That actually hurt my whole body. And now I got to see a couple bless yous in the chat. I'm out of food. Should I eat my Brahma Bull slides? Yes, you should. You should never bought them anyway. Shout out to the... Thank you to everyone who's going to bless me in the chat. Were you initially hyped about Askabov, and what did you think about his loss? I was not hyped for his debut, but I picked him to win, but I wasn't like... Nothing really surprised me. You know, I knew he kind of had a padded record, too. Burn them and starve? Yeah, I wouldn't eat them either. You're right. I wouldn't eat them either. You're right. They probably got some type of poisonous chemicals in them. Jamie the grocery store manager Pickett. That should be his new nickname. Did you die laughing when you saw that? I just made that up. I didn't think of that beforehand. I just made that up while I was making the video. So, I hope you enjoyed it. All the shit that I say that people end up finding funny, it just comes off the top of my head while I'm recording the video. It's very rare I think of something beforehand and then slide it in there. Most of it just kind of happens to happen, basically. Discord be hunting you down. I'm sad there's no NASCAR this Saturday. It's always a bad Saturday when there's no NASCAR. I always like to root for that power slap vehicle. What's up, Joey? What's up, peeps? What's up, Vince? I'm joking. I'm assuming a lot of people would unsubscribe. If I disappeared for 2 weeks, especially during 285. I haven't been on vacation. I used to go on vacation once or twice a year. I haven't been on vacation since I started the channel. Okay, read that. I hope Corey beats Cheeto Puffs. Okay. What's up, Joseph? What's up, Atticus Henry? Thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. What's up, Brendan? What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being a member as well. Pavlovich versus Blaydes for #1 contender. Wow. Absolutely. Absolutely needs to be for a #1 contender, in my opinion. Videos out on the channel, guys. If you haven't kept an eye on the channel, we have my How Good is UFC 285. We also have a video about Sergei Pavlovich versus Curtis Blaydes. And we also have a video about Charles Oliveira versus Beniel Dariush. And we also have my Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann prediction. Bless you. Did you see Dustin slapping that dude in the face for holding your wife is in me DMs? Bless you. I did, but I don't even care to think about it, to be honest. I immediately erased it from my mind. People talking about that, it's just a waste of breath. Let's see. Let's see. What the hell? What is JJ Smoke up to? I'm done. I'm done. What did he say? Now the whole Discord's being watched. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm worried, JJ Smoke. What are you doing, JJ Smoke? I want to know. Fill me in. I'm shook right now. I'm shook right now. We might have to ban JJ Smoke. What are you sending? What are you doing online, dude? I hope that's fake, dude. They're telling to watch out for you and your suspicious activity. I want to know what you said, dude. This is nuts. I'm going to take a picture of this. Somebody in the Discord is under watch. They're being watched, apparently. And now my whole Discord is probably being watched. What did you say, bro? Tell me what you said for sure. Oh, dude made it as his thing. I'm done. I am done. So it's just his status. So meanwhile, French fries fell for it too. I'm done. If you ban him on Discord, bro is gonna call your house phone begging to get unbanned. I don't have a house phone. Yeah, but he will. JJ Smoke, he loves the Discord too much. There's a lot. I feel like there's a couple guys that I can't believe I even fell for that now. Was French fries in on this? Was French fries in on this or what? I like how you made like the background red. I'm done. Where'd you come up with that idea? Patty Mills, thank you for the $5 donation. But yeah, JJ Smoke, I'm about to ban him in the Discord for playing pranks on me now. I'm kidding. But it wouldn't surprise me, dude, because you'd be saying some wild shit. But yeah, you had French fries set me up. Send it to me. Pavlovich trains with Habib's guys. How did anybody even notice that? I would have never noticed your thing. I hope Pavlovich has been working on the grappling. If he has, he'll win. But I don't know how much he's been working on the grappling. GP, thank you for the $2 dono. I appreciate you. I appreciate the streams, Joey. I appreciate you watching the streams, my friend. Do you have another job? I have like 5 other jobs, my friend. Fries was 2 seconds away from banning me. Dude, I figured you just said something crazy on Discord somewhere else and got in trouble and probably was really nothing. That's what I was assuming. You said some weird shit. You know, but you're lucky you didn't get booted. I'm about to boot you just for fun. Just for fun. Okay. Thank you for the $5, Patty. Thank you for the $2, GP. Let's scroll back up. Burn them and starve. What do you think of Cody Garbrandt? I still have faith in the fact that he has lost his last fights. They are with top-level fighters, although I think losing weight was a bad decision. Yeah, I think cutting down the flyweight was a bad decision. Here's my thoughts on Cody Garbrandt. I still think he has an elite-level skill set, but he has a massive off button on his chin. And I wonder, is he going to be able to hang with the elite with the fact that one punch puts him to sleep? It's a massive off button on the chin. MMA Joey, have you met any fighters or coaches? I met Chris Weidman and Cowboy Cerrone like years and years ago. Put in my 2 weeks on Friday to be self-employed, sick to my stomach. You're going to be like a self-employed plumber, right? Or am I mistaken? Dude, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's better to have tried and regret than to regret never trying at all. That's the wise words from the channel. So it's worth it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, dude? What's the worst that can happen? Do what you got to do. It could be the best decision you ever make. Bo Nickel, the Whole Foods cashier killer. That's true. I was cracking up listening to Jamie General Manager Pickett. I like how we just give fighters nicknames on the channel now. That's like a new thing of the channel. Yeah, dude's the grocery store manager. He's not the grocery store cashier. He's the grocery store manager. If you haven't watched my recent video, I said, Bo Nickel's been beating up grocery store cashiers, and I would like to see him get a step up in competition, but now he's fighting a grocery store manager and Jamie Pickett. If you ignore the size and strength of Storley, look at the skill. Who's a better grappler, Islam or Chimaev? I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen enough out of Chimaev yet. He beat up mostly trash cans. But I lean Islam, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough out of Chimaev. What an absolute embarrassment. That's one of my favorite lines. It's one of my favorite lines, honestly. I'm sure there's other things I say all the time, but I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. Let me know if is there any lines that I say all the time that we don't necessarily talk about, but I say it all the time. Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. I really want Conor and Cody back to the fighters they were at their peak. Now they are on a losing skid. It almost never happens, dude. I hate to break it to you. As long as I've been watching, once they get on that down skid, there's usually, never a return. Maybe win one fight, you get your hope back, and then boom, they get starts to the next. You forgot to do Lineker Andrade 2 prediction. I did, but I will be streaming the fight, so it is what it is. It's too late now. I've been working on a million different videos. I'm probably going Andrade. He was waxing him in the first fight. So I think Andrade TKOs him. Joey, if Chandler loses to Conor, he would be 2-4 in his UFC record. Who does he fight since he still wants the big stage, as in big fights? Him versus Patty or RDA? I don't know who he would fight. He could rematch with Charles Oliveira if Charles Oliveira loses to Beniel Dariush. If Beniel Dariush loses to Charles Oliveira, then Beniel Dariush could fight Chandler. Or he could challenge like an up-and-coming guy. Like maybe Guram makes his way into the top 15 at that point in time, and he could fight him like for trying for his top 10 spot. He always has rematches with Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier as well. As crazy as that sounds. Have never seen Pavlovich on the ground. Too many unknowns in a fight goes past 0.5 rounds. How is the Russians' gas tank takedown defense? The initial blitz does work on Blaydes. I don't know. Doesn't work on Blaydes. Yeah, he got dominated on the ground by Alistair Overeem. Yeah. I know it was a couple years ago. It was like 5 years ago. But the fact that he got dominated on the ground by Alistair Overeem, I don't trust him to be able to get it done against Curtis Blaydes. But we'll see. Dude, what are you doing spamming all this dumb shit in the chat? It didn't even pop up. It gave me the chance to review it. So you didn't even get to put it in the chat. And now you're timed out and you do that shit again, I'm just banning you. When you say Cody has an off... Billy, thank you for the $5 super chat. When you say Cody has an off switch on his chin, I always LOL. My buddy even says it and doesn't even watch your channel. Yeah, dude, he does. It's just a massive off switch. Right on his chin. And it's just like being dead serious, right, guys? I'm not a fighter at all, okay? If I got into a fight with Cody Garbrandt on the street and I landed one punch, do you think he's going to sleep or not? I think he's going to sleep, okay? If I land one punch. That's going to be difficult because he's fast, he's an elite fighter, blah, blah, blah. But if I land that one punch, he's almost definitely going to sleep because the chin's just gone. It honestly wouldn't shock me if he went to sleep from a jab. So He does have an. It's sad too because he's so good. He's so good. But yeah, it's true. It's true. It doesn't make me laugh because I just kind of find it sad. I kind of find it sad, to be honest. But yeah, I'm sure there's some other things I say all the time as well that I don't remember off the top of my head. But thank you, Billy, for the $5 super chat. Okay. Who do you want to see Islam fight next? Poirier is calling for a title shot. Poirier does not deserve a title shot whatsoever, in no way, shape, or form. But it wouldn't surprise me if it happens because Poirier's popular. Poirier's coming off a big win. And for Islam, why wouldn't he want that fight? Poirier's a decently big name and a very favorable matchup for him. So, yeah. I mean, it could happen. I hope it doesn't because Dustin does not deserve a title shot. But he's available right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Jones wins at 285. He will choose a washed Stipe instead of fighting. Yeah, I know. I talked about it in my video too. I think so. I think so. He's going to want Stipe. He's like, you know what? Why wouldn't I beat up Stipe instead? Instead, I'll beat up Stipe Miocic. Because Stipe's more for legacy there. You know, whenever Stipe means more for Jon Jones' legacy. And Stipe's an easier win than Sergei Pavlovich or Curtis Blaydes, in my opinion. You know, whoever wins that fight is going to be much tougher than Stipe, in my opinion. Which is just crazy to me. Which is just flat out craziness. But that's just the way it rolls. Bro, the only server I have on Discord is your server. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You downloaded Discord just to hang out with the MMA Joey community, huh? If you guys want to join our Discord, you have to become a member. The link is in the description if anyone wants to join our members' Discord. It's worth every penny, and it costs $3. So it's a great way to support the channel. And, yeah. Bro, don't worry about it. Best decision you will ever make. Yeah, talking to Patty, right? Everyone give Patty words of encouragement for quitting his job and going out and being self-employed. Everyone give words of encouragement to Patty in the chat, please. Tell him he's going to be great. It's going to be the best decision he ever made. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So, shout out to Patty. Do you own UFC Undisputed 3? I might have it laying around somewhere, but I don't know. Dude was about to need a pardon from Congressman Jorge to get in the Discord. Yeah, dude, you were gonna have to get a pardon from Congressman Masvidal. Met Strickland in New York subway and Mike Tyson Fury in downtown Dallas, Texas, middle of the pandemic. Dude, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. You kind of look like Sean Strickland with a skinnier nose, dude. That's weird seeing a picture of what Patty looks like. You guys all know what I look like. But I don't know what any of you guys look like. Now I almost want to ask you guys all to send a picture of yourself in the Discord. Now I know what Patty looks like. I can put a face to the name now. Unless he just Googled some picture of some dude that met Strickland and just sent it. But that's pretty funny. You kind of look like Strickland a little bit, dude. And I don't mean that in an insult way. The way you guys are looking at the camera, it looks similar. So, that's pretty nuts. Putting a face to the name, dude. Putting a face to the name. JJ Smoke, thank you for the $5 donation. Bro thought I was cartel. Dude, Fries didn't even do anything but just send me the screenshot. That's all he did. Joe, if you find my Instagram, you can see what I look like. Okay. It's crazy. I don't have any idea what you guys... I know what Billy looks like. I know what Billy looks like because he streamed a couple times. I know what Fries looks like. He streamed a couple times. I have no idea what JJ Smoke looks like, but I know he's in the cartel. What's the Instagram name, Jungle Mania? What's the Instagram name? Better not have no incel stuff on there. What do I search for? Do you know what I look like? No, I don't know any. I don't know what any of you guys look like. Unless you have a picture in your YouTube thing, I don't know what anyone looks like. Unless you're in the Discord and have streamed before, then I know. Shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars. Thanks for the advice. I really appreciate it. Dude, you'll be fine, man. The last thing you want to do is slave away for the rest of your life working for somebody else, making somebody else money, okay? Because all you're doing when you work for somebody else is you're making them money. Now you're going to make yourself money. And it'll be the happiest you ever been. I'm hoping my YouTube in the next year or two, even if I make even if I make less on YouTube, I'd rather do YouTube. Because it's better than just working your life away 40, 50, 60 hours a week doing bullshit, making somebody else money. So if I can make less and do YouTube for the rest of my life, that's what I want to do. That's my dream. Okay? So if you can work for yourself, dude, it's worth it. And the thing is, if you have good customer service, you'll be fine, dude. Just do everything in your power. There's annoying ass people, but do everything in your power to make everything right. You know, if there's an issue, make it right. Because the thing is, you do a job for one person and you make it right. You do everything good. You give them great customer service. You give them not a cheap price, but the right price. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy cheap or anything like that. Just a price that, that is expected. Don't rip them off, but a price that you're still making money on. And then that person tells 10 other people. And then maybe you do work for 3 of those people. And then those people, you make it right with them. Those people tell other people. The next thing you know, you're getting more calls than you can handle. And guess what? You have to raise your prices. Because if you're getting too much work, there's an issue with your prices. You need to raise your prices to lower your workload, but still keep the same profit. But that's just the way it is, dude. Thank you for the $10 donation. I'm sure you'll be fine. And the thing is, I think everything will work out for you. I'm confident for you. It's always scary making changes in general, but think about it. Even if you were to somehow fail, okay, or run into an issue, you could always go back to what you were doing before, I'm sure, whether it be with another company or the same company or not. You'll be able to find work, but it's not going to fail anyway. Just do the right thing, make smart decisions, and then boom, you're good to go. Thank you for the $10 donation, Patty Mills. I appreciate you, my friend. And I'm wishing you the best luck, man. I'm wishing you the best luck. I think a year from now, 2 years from now, you'll be like, best decision I ever made. I mean, think about it. For me, think about it for YouTube. I kind of compare it to YouTube because I'm hopeful in another year or two, I can make a full-time income from YouTube, even if it's not a lot of money. If I can just make a full-time, if I can basically pay for my mortgage and a little bit more, I'll probably just do YouTube, because it's only going to keep going up and up and up. My income from YouTube up and up and up. Imagine how I started in 2013, just from sheer consistency. Even if my channel wasn't the greatest channel ever or whatever, just from consistency. Imagine how I started 10 years ago instead of 2 years ago. Think about that. So you would regret waiting another 2-3 years, and then eventually you'd be like, damn it, I wish I'd have done it 5 years ago. So best of luck, my friend. Thank you for the $10 super chat. JJ, thank you for the $5 super chat. I did think you were cartel for a minute. Fries messaged me with a screenshot and said, I think we should ban him. Nah, I'm kidding. All he did was send me a screenshot. I just did the thing that threw me off is the little eye mark. Is the little eye mark on there. That's what threw me off. Is everything still working? Okay, for some reason my thing's not loading right on my preview screen. Okay, let me scroll back up. Where was I at? Billy, thanks again. How would Guram do against Arman compared to Demir? I think Guram would be very competitive. I think he could even beat Arman. But I think Arman would beat him. I think the kicks of Arman would be the difference. I think Armin's kicks are what help him do significantly well in the feet. And I don't think Guram's going to go out there and kickbox with him. But I think also Armin could out-grapple him as well. Even if Guram starts to outstrike him, I think Guram could go out there and get out-grappled like he did against Mateusz Gamrot, which he should have lost that fight, by the way. He did lose that fight. Okay. But that's an interesting question for sure. For sure, with or without the Venom gear. I don't know what you're asking there. If you flick his chin, he'll pass out. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Cody Garbrandt's girlfriend kisses him on the chin every night to put him to sleep. Cody would get KO'd Reyes style with a hard jab. Dude, I hope it doesn't happen to him against Trevin Jones. That would be a shame. Despite Cody's chins, Trevin Jones is completely beatable. Agreed. Would Cody move up to featherweight? Maybe not cutting weight can help the chin. No, he would get brutalized at featherweight. He would get brutalized at featherweight, I think. I think it would not be a successful move for him. The guys would be too big, too strong there. I think if you accidentally bump into Cody, you'll knock him out. Yeah, for sure. Poirier should get the winner of Gaethje Fiziev. If he wins that, he can get a title shot or fight Volk for a title shot. I don't think Volk's ever going to fight for a number one contender fight. I think he's either getting a title shot or he's fighting at 45. But I get what you're saying. I wouldn't mind that, especially if it's Fiziev. If Fiziev beats Gaethje, do Dustin versus Fiziev for number one contender after Beniel Dariush or Charles Oliveira fights for the belt. Or even Fiziev should get a title shot if he beats Gaethje. If Charles wins, probably. Joey, to be honest, I want Pereira to lose to Izzy because I feel like Pereira's going to move up, but I feel Izzy going to win if he doesn't get touched back. I mean, Izzy won the majority of the first fight. So, I'm very confident in Kamaru Usman and Israel Adesanya winning their next fights. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once before. But we'll find out soon. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't liked the stream yet, like the stream. It helps promote the channel and the algorithm. So if you could do me a favor, scroll down, click the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I like how Jungle Mania completely ignored me about the Instagram thing. If all you have is pics of bass, how is that going to help me to see? Are you with the bass? You never DM me. My man got cold feet. He didn't want me to know what he looks like. Yup. Unless it's in this request. Oh my god. It's crazy for a small YouTube channel. It's crazy how many message requests I have. I can't imagine having like 30,000 subs, how many messages I'm going to get on a daily basis. I just sent it because it was weird. I literally didn't even know if it was real. Wonderboy is smaller than McGregor. Dude, McGregor's still not being tested by USADA. What do you think he's doing? Okay, Joey, if Yair loses to Alexander Volkanovski, does Yair rematch Ortega since that fight didn't really play out? I think that would make sense, depending on where the division's at, where Ortega's at that point. I think that would make the most sense. Joey, you got to get Undisputed 3 set up on your PC. Maybe, I don't know. It wasn't a lot of trouble. I hate things that are just so much trouble to do. And I got to download like 8 different softwares to figure it out. But we'll see, maybe. Maybe. What's up, Luke? You know what me and French look like from streams? Yup, I do. I'm only on those messages. I thought Nikita Krylov was 45 years old. Okay. Patty, go on your own. I did it, and I ain't looking back. Look, there you go. There you go, getting words of encouragement. Joey, I'm excited for Nate Landwehr to break the top 15 because I want to see him again. Nate Landwehr is not breaking the top 15 ever. I've been doing it for 4 years and already have a lot of customers. Hell, I'm going to hire you just for the hell of it. Where are you at again? You're in Ohio or something? I'm just going to start paying you to come do plumbing for me. Don't undercharge people. People will think you charge what you're worth. Exactly. Don't undercharge and don't scam people. Already read that. Read that. Now I'm gonna prove if you win or lose. If it was real, would you have banned me? I mean, I wouldn't ban you off that message. I don't know what you would have done. I would have to know more information. I'm not banning you off a dumb message from Discord. I figured you just said something dumb. I didn't actually think you were anything, or actually did anything illegal. Is he too confident in his first fight? No, I don't think so. I think he just got clipped and that was the end of it. Why is well done steak so bad? I don't know. Anyone eats well done steak? Ugh. Everyone needs to make a custom status now on Discord. Cleveland area, I do plumbing, heating. Always open to answer any questions on Discord if you ever need help. Fair enough. The real question is, just for labor, how much should someone charge to install a water heater? Because I think they're pretty simple, but I'm curious what's the difference between like Ohio and or Cleveland, which is the same thing, and like a Baltimore area. I'm curious. I'm just gonna call you up. Hey man, can you drive to Baltimore? I got a leaky faucet. Do you think Charles Johnson beats Ode Osborne? I'm 50-50 on that one. Because Charles Johnson's stepping in on short notice, but Charles Johnson's very durable. Ode Osborne kind of got hyped up and never lived up to the hype. I'm going to say yes, but I'm not sure if I'm picking him, to be honest. I might change my mind. Beniel is young. I thought he was around 37. I don't know, dude. Beniel looks like he's like 85, to be honest. He looks old as crap. But yeah, in your opinion, who has the best offensive wrestling out of Gamrot, Gillespie, and Arman? I'll say Arman. But Gamrot's is pretty good. Maybe Gamrot. I don't know, man. I feel like Gamrot and Arman are dead even. Gillespie's his stamina and his stamina is I don't know, man. It's a weapon. He just kind of runs guys down. $600 cash price. Fair enough. Imagine if I lived in Ohio. I could call you for all my plumbing needs and support your business. I would support your business. I wouldn't be like, hey man, do this for me for free. I'd be like, hey man, can you do this water heater for me? I don't want to do it. Because I've never done a water heater, but I'm pretty sure I could do one, especially an electric one. All you do is hook up the water connections. I've done some plumbing before, but not a lot. You'd be like, all right, man, I'll do it for $400. You just make sure the water heater's sitting there when I get there. And I'm like, you know what, dude? $600. Because that's a real friend right there. That's a real friend. And then one day, if I'm like poor, I do YouTube full time and I'm poor. I'm like, look, I'm poor now. I need this. Count this as your next 10 super chats. I need you to put in this new drain or some shit. I don't know. Make something up. Hypothetical situation. Joe, what's Ortega's most likely next opponent? Yair Rodriguez if he loses to Volk. I want to see Brian Ortega versus Ilia Topuria. That makes the most sense. And I'm dying to see that matchup. It's good to have a network of friends and trades. Yep, it is for sure. Usually I do most stuff myself, unless it's like a massive job. Or if I think the inconvenience outweighs the cost, if that makes sense. Like, if it's going to inconvenience me so much to do it and going to, take away too much time and the price isn't that bad, I'll be like, I'll call somebody up. To do it. So it's all like a balancing act, depending on what you want to do or not do. Like, I wanted so my house has an addition. Like, the way it was built, it was a smaller house and then it has a massive addition. You can tell a little bit, but you can't really tell. But what happened is when they added the addition, they didn't add a faucet, like a hose spigot, on the back side of the house. So the closest spigot in the back was on the side of the house 30 feet back because the addition's massive. And so what I did was I wanted to add one, but I was like, is that going to be a pain in the ass? And I couldn't think about how I wanted to add it. And you know, I debated about it for a while, but I really wanted to spigot out there. But if I would have paid someone, who knows how much someone would have charged me? Because what happens is the addition is then connected to a deck. And then all that underneath is closed up and it has insulation on it because it's the floor of the addition. So there's insulation in that cavity. So I'm like, damn, I got to run plumbing somehow 30 feet underneath here. I don't want to make any connections. I ended up doing it myself, and it took me roughly 20 minutes. Roughly 20 minutes. I went down in my basement. About where I wanted, I measured off the deck and figured out where I wanted the hose. Then I went in the basement. I measured off the outside wall, figured out where the same spot was. I drilled a hole. Right where there was a water line right there. I took some PEX. I took 100 foot of roll of PEX, and then I just fed it through the hole. And I ran into some snags, but I just pushed it. Guess what? Eventually it popped out underneath the deck. Right on the back side, it went all the way through to like the last foot of the deck. Then I just drilled a hole in the rim of the deck, and boom, hooked it up to a spigot, screwed the spigot on the deck. Then all I did was teed it in at the water line and cut it off inside. I didn't even have to get underneath. I didn't have to duck. I didn't have to do nothing. I just had to do one connection inside the house, one connection to the hose bib outside of the house. Took me literally like 15, 20 minutes. I could not believe it. Because I had waited like 6 months to do it. I needed water out back. And I just kept putting it off, and I didn't feel like doing it, and I didn't feel like paying someone to do it. So it ended up being really easy. What are you rambling about? You know what, Sammy? If you don't like it, you can leave. You can leave, Sammy. But yeah, there you go. There's the non-MMA discussion today. I feel you. I do most things myself except auto mechanics. Yeah, I don't mess with cars, really. Unless it's an easy job. I've done a couple easy jobs, but I really don't like to mess with that. Did you see rumors of Patty versus Dober? Not going to happen. It's fake horse shit that everyone keeps sharing around. Sammy, we're talking about stuffing our faces with pork, since that's what you ask us about all the time. I love the channel nonetheless. Beniel Dariush looks like he teaches math. That he does. Looks like he teaches math. Joey, how would Luke Rockhold against the top 5 of middleweight division? Right now, he would get smashed. He would get brutally KO'd by Alex Pereira. Maybe he can out-grapple him, but that's a big maybe because he's probably going to get chinned. He definitely loses to Adesanya with ease. He loses to Robert Whittaker. He gets KO'd by Jarrett Cannonier. Yeah, so. And he even probably gets KO'd by Marvin Vettori. Can you describe in fight between you and Aljo with moderate detail? No. Volk's team is actually shameless. They haven't filed a complaint to the commission and now are using the accusation to angle for a rematch. It's an embarrassment. If Dariush somehow subs Oliveira, how much more excited would you make him for him versus Islam? That'd be craziness. It would make me a lot more excited, but I'm already really excited for it. Joey, can Usman surpass GSP because people are saying just because he lost his belt, he can't compete with GSP's legacy if GSP lost the belt twice? Yes, he can. If he beats Leon and then defends 2-3 more times, I think he's getting close. I had to look at the exact statistics in terms of like title defenses, and I'd have to compare opponents to opponents. But I think he can still compete with GSP's legacy. I think he could. Have you seen the new picogram rule by USADA? I've vaguely heard of it, but I haven't read it. What exactly is it? I've seen Jones saying he feels vindicated. But I mean, he's been busted how many times? And it was only once, the whole picogram scandal. But yeah, that picogram thing with Gustafsson made a lot of news and a lot of headlines. And a lot of people still hold that over him. And the fact that they're changing the rules does kind of suck. The fact that, he took all this heat and it shouldn't even been that bad. It should have never even been mentioned. Can Usman beat Pereira? It's possible. But I don't know. It's hard to say because Alex Pereira is just massive. It's just massive, to be honest. If there's a weight bully, I don't ever like to use the term weight bully. Alex Pereira is a weight bully if there ever was one. Dude looked humongous compared to Israel Adesanya. Dana White just tweeted out, only 3 episodes left. Tonight is episode 6 of Power Slap League on TBS. That's just an embarrassment. That's just a straight up embarrassment. Dude never stops talking about the Power Slap. Thank God there's only 3 episodes left. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Go off the air quietly. And let's never hear about Power Slap ever again. Essentially all of Jones' positives would be negative under the new rule. All of his positives. Are we sure? I got to look into it. I got to read about it more. I've been meaning to. Maybe that's a video idea. But that's crazy. Tatiana Suarez is a little baddie. Okay. Joey, I DM'd you on Insta. I want you to rate my fish picks. Dude, I don't know about all this. I'm Jungle Mania. Let's see. Let's take a look. Finally putting a face to the name with all his bass picks. Hey man, I like fishing. My friend. You look pretty young, dude. How old are you? I'm curious. I know you've told me before, but I'm curious. It's crazy putting faces to names. I think it looks pretty sick. It looks like this one pick, it looked like you might have a mullet, man. Which I'm a fan of the mullet. This one picture, oh, this is back in the day. Okay, I'm about to say this one picture, you look like you were like 4 years old. But never mind, now I see. Oh, this is a mullet, I think. I think you did have a mullet at one point. My man's got a mullet at one point. Dude's got the Crocs on. Just nothing but fishing pics. Oh, you're not the one with the mullet? Are you the one sitting in the back of the truck or what? Who's Mullet Man? It's a mullet selfie. Or it looks like one with a hat on. I don't know. This has got to be you. But maybe the one with the mullet, like the video, isn't you, is what you're saying. I think. But yeah. My best friend Jackson, we share the account. So are you the one sitting in the back of the truck? You share, do you share the account because you trying to like grow it into something kind of type deal? Is that it? Share an Insta? Interesting. Yeah, that's what I was just asking. Are you trying to like grow it into like a fishing account or something? That's what I'm wondering. I see you have a link to a YouTube channel, but it's nothing on there. Okay, there we go. We've seen it. Joey, what other sports do you follow? I watch disc golf tournaments. I just started recently playing in like the last 3 months. And now my goal is to become a professional. Just to say I became a professional. I'll play one professional tournament and then I'll call it a day. But I would rate the fish picks. I give them a solid 7.5 out of 10. Okay, you guys just shared into. Okay, you're the one with the deer. Okay, I see. I see. That's the first one I looked at anyway. I thought this looked like two different people. But yeah, awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, everyone, if you're comfortable with it, put how old you are in the chat. Checkers is asking. I feel like Checkers is always making a complaint in the chat, dude. That's because he is older. I know there was some guy that was saying he was like in his 50s or 60s. Is Stipe's first language English? I think so, but it sounds like Boomhauer from King of the Hill. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt. There you go. There you go. We're finding out everyone's age. Everyone's age. I'm not a fan. I'm not the one with the mullet. I'm also a fan of the mullet. What makes you view as Yan more skilled fighter than Volk? I agree. Just curious. I think he's got better technical striking ability. I think he's got better grappling ability. I think he's got better jiu-jitsu. I think he's got better offensive wrestling. I think he's got better striking defense. I think he's better than Volk everywhere. Maybe a hot take. I think Petr Yan, pound for pound, is better than Volk. If you size Petr Yan up and you make him physically as big as Volk, not just weight-wise, but you make him physically as big, I think Yan beats Volk all day long. 26, 33, 21, 21, 22. Boomhauer. Yeah, Stipe sounds like Boomhauer. Blah, blah, blah. I'm 16, going to be 17 on April 4th. Yeah, we got a young subscriber base here. We got a mix though. We got a mix. We got 26, 24, 22, and 40. Another 40. 30. Yeah, we got a mix of ages here for sure. We got a mix of ages watching the channel, which is crazy. Yeah, we definitely don't want the Jake Paul fan base, that's for sure. No offense to the Jake Paul fan base in here, and I can't believe I even said his name now. Does anybody else get pissed there's not a close all on Apple for apps? That's crazy to me. I know you don't need to do it, but it just bothers me. Not too young. 23, turning 24 in May. Yeah, we got a bunch of mature young men in here. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, guys. I really don't. 18, 14. Robbery Parrots is 14. Are you serious? That's it? That's crazy. In my mind, I always imagine everyone in the chat is like 20 to 30. That's the age I imagine everybody is. So anything outside that range is like mind-blowing to me. Habib versus Jones. If Habib was light heavyweight, Jones all day. Joey, I'll be 18 in October. I'm not a young buck. You're not a young buck. I'm done. I feel like Andy is like, I don't know if he answered. I feel like Andy is like 28, I'm going to guess. You hired French? I didn't hire anyone. What are you talking about, bro? That's us. Does anybody else sense a bit of jealousy from Sammy right now? Does anybody sense a bit of jealousy saying I hired someone? Cat Daddy, 54 years old in the chat. Andy might have told me his age before, but I feel like I could guess his age. Me and Andy are like, we have very similar opinions. Was at dinner earlier and they had ESPN on TV. Seeing ESPN promote the Jake Paul fight is like it's a real contest is so cringe. Shame on ESPN. Yeah, I mean, when is that even happening? I don't even know. That's how little I pay attention to it. That's how little I pay attention to it. Skang Biscuit, thank you for the £5. I appreciate you, my friend. Means a lot. Thank you for your support. There's no message, but I appreciate you nonetheless, my friend. I appreciate the support. I watch all the time, but I'm a lurker. I appreciate it. It's crazy. It's crazy. The different age group that can be watching the channel. Dude's acting like I get paid. You want me to take away French fries mod? Should I take away French fries as mod? Is that what you want, Sammy? Is that what you want out of this? But thank you, Biscuit. I appreciate you, man. Always supporting the channel. Everyone who supports the channel on a regular basis, whether it be watching the videos, whether it be joining the live streams, whether it be donating to the live streams, whether it be being a member, all those different things, I appreciate every single one of you. It's helping me grow the channel. The best thing you can do is when you watch a video, watch it all the way to the end. So if you're a big fan of the channel and you watch a video, best thing you can do is watch it to the end. And if there's another video that's interesting, click on that next video. Comment on both of them. Like them both. That helps grow the channel. But everyone, you guys do it, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And click like, obviously. If you guys haven't liked this stream yet, like this stream. Joey, why did you time me out? You were spamming emojis in the chat, dude. Stop acting like a timeout is the end of the world. I already feel like you're someone else who got banned and made a new account. Because when I timed you out, I went and looked at your channel. And you literally just made your account. February 20th, which is the day, probably the day you came into a live stream. So, I already feel like you're coming from a banned account. And it's weird. If you just ask me, I'll unban your other account, dude. You don't have to come in and be passively aggressively like a weirdo in the chat. Piotr Jan versus Assassin Baby. I'm going Piotr Jan all day. I'm picking Piotr Jan over everyone. I always support you, Joey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you only had your account since the 20th, so that's awfully suspicious. That's fine. The wrench is just the ban spammers. You're giving up your wrench? You're giving up your wrench, huh? What is going on here? I will support this channel until my death. Yeah, the MMA Tubby guy is trolling. Sending crazy emojis in the chat, like a list of 17 long. Apologies if this was already asked. No need to apologize, Clint. Which UFC 288 fights do you think should be the headliner? Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain or Oliveira versus Dariush? Great job as always. I think it should be Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. The main event of UFC 288, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Co-main event, Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. Featured fight on the main card, Charles Oliveira versus Beniel Dariush. You heard it here first. Breaking news, per sources, Alexander Volkanovski will make his way back down to 145 pounds to unify the undisputed featherweight title with interim featherweight champion Yair Rodriguez in the main event of UFC 288. You heard it here first. Who wins between Bo Nickel and Sean Strickland? Sean Strickland, in my opinion. From what I've seen right now, dude's just beating up grocery store cashiers. Yeah, I'm going with that. I watch all the time, but I'm a lurker. I appreciate you nonetheless. But yeah, there you go, Clint. That's what I think should happen. And don't be surprised if it happens. I know when it gets announced in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, there's going to be people that are going to be commenting, dude, you called it. I got a feeling. I got a sneaking suspicion that's going to happen. I have a very sneaking suspicion that will happen. UFC Mexico, Volk versus Yair, main event, Moreno versus Pantoja. Yeah, I could see that too. I talked about that before. They may even make it. Who knows? They might do UFC 288 with 3 title fights and do that. Volk beat the shit out of Islam? Nah. Islam won 4-1. You must be one of those people that got crazy in the chat because you were so angry and you got banned, so you made a new account. I find it funny. Quite frankly, it's flattering. You're like, nah, I can't miss the streams. I gotta participate in the streams. If you can dodge a takedown, you can dodge a wrench. That is true. Who wins a 5-rounder, RDA or Armin? I'll say Armin. RDA is just getting up there in age. I think Armin can win with the striking, probably. It's desperation from the Dagestani haters, for sure. Should Tony retire? 100%. Beniel been calling out Olives. They were scheduled to fight a long while ago. Let me look it up and see if it's on Tapology. Let me take a look if it's on Tapology when they were originally supposed to fight. I think it was 2019 or 2020. Let's go to UFC 288. Charles Oliveira. October of 2020. Home versus Aldana. Ugh. On the card was supposed to be Oliveira versus Beniel Dariush. You know what's still shocking to me? The fact that Beniel Dariush got KO'd by Alex Hernandez. Who wins? Okay, I already read that. Beniel. Okay, should Tony retire? Yes. Hey, Joey, can I get a wrench on... Since I've been watching you since your first one. Dude, you just made your account, and you haven't even said who your original account was. I wish Oliveira Dariush was 5 rounds. I agree. I should have talked about that in the video, but I didn't. Dude, I'm getting pop-ups. I have the UFC rankings open. I'm getting pop-ups, red pop-ups. Watch Power Slap, Road to the Title tonight at 10 p.m. This shit is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Beniel taking a risk, though. That is true. But if you look at his resume, even though I believe he does deserve a title shot, his resume is kind of ugh. Ugh. I'd watch the shit out of Arman versus RDA. That's the fight that I've been wanting for a while. I feel like Beniel will be too strong for DuBronx. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Thoughts on Lucas Tracy MMA? He's a YouTuber / TikToker. I don't know. I haven't seen too much. I know who he is because he was in the chat one day. And I think I popped into one of his streams like maybe a couple weeks ago. But I haven't really seen any of his actual videos, to be honest, you know. But he seemed all right. But I just literally went to his stream and said, hey, what's up? And that was it because he came in my stream. So I always try to support other creators in general. How do you think Arman versus Fiziev would go? I think Fiziev would beat him up on the feet and Arman wouldn't be able to get the takedowns. But it'd be interesting. How do you think? I think it's going to be Dustin next. Bisping for shot. No, it better not be. No way. No way. Dustin should not get a title shot next at all. Whatsoever. Jones wins. Valentina wins. Garbrandt wins. I hope so. Red pop-up? Yeah, it was a red pop-up on the UFC's website. Thoughts on Rigo? Somebody was saying his name in the chat the other day, and I looked him up after the stream because someone was saying he was streaming about MMA, but I was searching for live streams. I was searching UFC and MMA, and I couldn't find any live streams. And somebody was telling me to go find his live stream, but it wasn't coming up. And so then I searched his actual name afterwards, and I found it was like a Guru Clip channel. So I don't really have any thoughts on it. I haven't really seen anything. But I did hear about him the other day. In the promos, they all power slappers fighters. That's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment. I remember when you only had 10 people in your live. Okay. Had to unfollow UFC pages because too many bitch slap posts. Dude, it's embarrassing. Joey's seen Sean O'Malley is not getting a title shot. I want to see him fight Davison Figueiredo. No. No. If he's going to fight someone, let him fight Usman Nurmagomedov. Or Umar Nurmagomedov, I'm sorry. Is a firm believer in Gane over Jones. Even said Gane wins 50-45. I think... I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough to say, but I wouldn't be confident one way or another. I think it's crazy to be super confident in that one. If Charles beats Beniel, who deserves a title shot at lightweight? If Charles beats Beniel and Fiziev beats Gaethje, then Fiziev does. He was banning people for nothing. I've never banned a single person for nothing. It's always spamming, being crazy in the chat, and that's it. That's the only two things I ban people for. Usually if they're annoying, I tell them to chill and give them a timeout. But if they're just constantly posting crazy shit over and over and over again when I repeatedly ask to stop or warn, like, you know what, I don't want this in my stream, then people get banned. They can go make a new account. I don't care. You guys don't realize, like, I'm doing this in my spare time for fun. Okay, I'm dedicating a lot of time to this. The last thing I need is a bunch of weird clowns saying some weird shit just to try to get a rise, which I don't care. There's nothing anybody can say to me that can get a rise out of me ever, no matter what. Not the most craziest insult you could ever think of is going to get me riled up. I don't care. But it's just to taken away from trying to have a decent chat about like a big MMA fight coming up. What is going on here? Tracy has some of the worst takes I've seen. I haven't seen too many of them. But yeah, if you guys seen them, let me know what you think of them. Let me know what you think. If Rafael beats Justin, I want to see him fight Poirier next. Then get a title shot. But if he beats Justin, I think he's earned a title shot. Colby should move up and fight Paulo Costa since he don't want to fight nobody in the welterweight division that ain't got no belt. Yeah, Colby just doesn't want to fight, honestly. He's in witness protection. Dude said Curtis Blaydes was overrated and has bad wins. You're right. I think he did comment that. That was him. Let's see. Yeah, this is him, I think. This is from like a different channel, but it has his name in it. Blaydes is overrated. Literally 95% of people say he's underrated and underappreciated, but I say bullshit. Couldn't damage Rosenstrike. Scrapped to a decision over Volkov. People reading too much into his power after the Dawkins KO. Anyone on the planet could KO Dawkins. Last line is the only thing I agree with. Dude has nasty power. Dude KO'd Junior Dos Santos when Junior Dos Santos was still decent. Dude absolutely mauled Volkov and dominated Rosenstrike in the grappling. And his striking is evolving. So, there you go. He said Burns had no grappling. That is a horrible take. That is a horrible take. Burns has no grappling. I feel like a lot of people were saying that, though, to be honest. I've seen people telling me that, you know. Oh, he's not going to sub him. He's not subbing anyone. I said, nah. Nah. I'm picking Burns by sub. Neil Magny gets subbed by guys who are elite jiu-jitsu guys. And if you think Colby's moving up to fight Paulo Costa, you're smoking crack. I think Rafael's the dark horse of the division. I don't know if I feel like people know him, though. Sean beats the piss out of Devison. Yeah, Sean would KO Devison Figueroa at 135. Umar needs to fight really bad. I wish Cruz would fight him. I wouldn't shock me if that happens. Did you peep what Jones responded to Gane about him not training year-round? No, I did not. Let me know. Joey, call me crazy, but I feel if Charles fights Volkanovski, he would get destroyed. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say, to be honest. It's actually really hard to say. It's one of those fights that could go either way, in my opinion. But I would favor Volkanovski, probably. I would favor Volkanovski. Okay, what do I got here? Yeah, I think the fries, the thing you sent me on Discord, I think the picograms is only one of his tests. He had like another test or two that he popped for. I'll have to look into it, and I'll get back to you on that one. When's the last time you had a confrontation with someone in person? Define confrontation, like almost getting into a fight, or just like somebody like talking some shit in person. And like, you know, maybe the chance of it turning into a fist fight. Is that what you're asking? Define what you mean. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten in plenty of arguments over the last year. But almost turning into an actual fight, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. Maybe like a year ago. Who would you want to see Figgy fight for his 135 debut? I don't know. I don't think he does well at 35. But I guess he can fight Umar. I think he can fight Umar. I think you were standard of what to do on YouTube in good person, Joey. I love your videos in the UFC in general. Appreciate you, Razor. Hey, man, I try to do my best. I try not to come on here and play a character. Just give you guys my honest opinions. Take them or leave it. And that's it. That's it. I just try to do me. I'm not trying to be anyone. I'm not trying to, clickbait my way to the top. I'm just doing what I want to do. Appreciate you for your support, man. Is Rip, bro, needs to start doing... Ew. That's a little bit suspicious. Volkanovski will break everyone's chin, except Islam's. Jon Jones with the heavyweight title. He really ain't got nothing else to prove. He already at the top of the mountain when it comes to MMA. Yeah, I don't know how long Jon Jones is going to stick around. But if he can get through Gane, there's no one else beating him in that division, to be honest. I don't think anyone's beating him in the division. I think Volk is a much better matchup for Charles than both Dariush and Islam. Clobber him on his big noggin and wrap him up. Not saying he would win, but I see it easier than others. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Is Max Holloway championship days over in your opinion? Yes. I'm neither, but we're not discussing politics on YouTube. Calm down, bro. It's an MMA channel. Do you have any worries for Jon Jones not having his Jackson Wink gym coaches in his corner? Seems like no one's talking about that. No, I think he'll be all right. I think Jackson Winklejohn are too far up their own asses anyway. They think they're the shit just because they coach Jon Jones in general. You think Jalen Turner stuffs the takedowns and beat Gamrot? I don't know, man. I'm leaning back and forth. I just hate picking Gamrot on short notice. If it's full camp, I'm pretty sure I'm going with Gamrot. But it's short notice. And I think Jalen Turner's so dynamic on the feet. So unbelievably dynamic on the feet. I feel like I have to go with Jalen Turner. Just because Gamrot's stepping in on 2 weeks' notice. Coming in from, I think he was out of the country. So, I mean, it's a tough fight to pick. That's one that I'm having trouble picking. But my early prediction was Jalen Turner. I have a video on the channel. But I'll be doing a full breakdown and prediction very, very soon. I might even get started tomorrow. But it's possible. But Gamrot's chain wrestling is so good. Can Holloway move down to bantamweight? No. I don't think so. The return of Cejudo is pretty significant. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't care when he was gone, but now that he's back, I'm excited for him versus Aljamain. I think that's a good fight. If you had to guess who Arman fights next, who? I don't know, man. Oh my God, I go to their thing. I got to look at the Power Slap advertisement again. Who does he fight next? Everyone's booked up right now. He's going to have to wait for like the winner or loser of a certain fight. But I think he's going to get a step up. I wouldn't mind if they booked the Matals rematch if Matals wins or loses against Jalen. But I'll say he fights the loser of Rafael Vazeev, Justin Gaethje. Something along those lines. I agree too. Gane, Jon Jones. Toughest test out of every heavyweight, including Francis and Stipe. If they threw Gane, he ain't losing to no one. Yeah, if he gets through Gane, he ain't losing to no one. I agree. Twizzy, thank you for the $2 super chat. Is a Tracy's Jabroni MMA Joe, you are a goat. Appreciate it. I'm not sure, but I'll take it. I'll take your compliments. Honest opinion on Pereira Adesanya too. This may be the craziest opinion. I'm confident Adesanya wins. I am very confident that Israel Adesanya pulls it off in the rematch. Look at the first fight. He won the majority of it. I think he can outstrike him. I think he can outgrapple him. And I think he's going to beat Pereira. And I think he's going to beat and win by decision. Honestly, I might pick Adesanya by KO. I picked him the first time by KO, and he almost had it. 10 more seconds in that first round. Israel Adesanya KOs him. So, it might be crazy. I'm confident in Israel Adesanya. I'm confident in Kamaru Usman in their rematches. And I can't wait to see how they play out. And they're right around the corner, just around the bend. We are roughly 3 weeks from Edwards Usman 3. And we're roughly 6 weeks from 6 weeks from Adesanya Pereira too. MMA Tubbs is a clown too, little weasel. Yeah, he's definitely another account that got banned at some point and is just like pissed off and just trying to stay on the fringe. Thank you for the $2, Twizzy Rich. I appreciate your donation. MMA Tubbs is a clown. He's a little weasel. There you go. I can't say I disagree. I can't say I disagree. Gamrot is the smart money? Maybe. Pavlovich, Aspinall, and Blaydes are all interesting matchups for Jones. I agree. They're all interesting matchups, but I think Ciryl Gane's the toughest matchup. You should start saying the dead corpse of Eagle FC. Consider it done. Consider it done. I don't know when it's going to come up in conversation, but the next time it comes up in conversation, I will call it the dead corpse of Eagle FC. Does Jon Jones retire if he gets stopped? I'm going to say no. If there were another WWE superstar to be successful as Brock in the UFC, who would it be? I don't know. I don't know who's successful WWE superstars anymore. I haven't known that since like 2004, probably. Bedtime. I'm still saying Gone head kicks KO John, by the way. Skang Biscuit, thank you for the donation earlier. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your night, my friend. I agree with you. I can't see it happening any other way. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that he gets it done. Adesanya's going to outstrike him. I'm probably picking Adesanya by finish, but bare minimum, he wins via decision. I think. That leaves Dustin Poirier in a weird position. Seems like his ego won't let him accept to fight an up-and-comer like Armin. He only wants big names. He might end up fighting Armin, honestly. People clown Justin Gaethje for a while. Oh, he won't fight Fiziev. He won't fight Fiziev. He won't fight Fiziev. And guess what? He's fighting Fiziev, okay? Everyone was clowning him for a while, and he fought Fiziev. But it could end up being the same thing with Dustin. Oh, he won't fight Armin. He won't fight Armin. He won't fight Armin. Next thing you know, boom. Dustin Poirier, Armin Tsarukyan announced. So don't count Dustin versus Armin out just yet. Matter of fact, I don't know. I'm going to say it happens, but I'm not sure. If Jones gets past Gane, would you want to see Jones versus Blaydes? Is that a tougher fight for Jones? I think Gane is the toughest fight, but I think Blaydes is really tough, and so is Sergei Pavlovich. But I think Gane beats both Blaydes. Nah, I think Gane loses to Blaydes, to be honest. Gane would lose to Blaydes. I think they're all tough fights. Let me put it that way. But I would want to see Jones versus Blaydes if Blaydes gets through Pavlovich. Where does Izzy go if he gets knocked out by Alex? He prays Alex leaves the division. He prays Alex leaves the division. How do you see Leon versus Usman 3 going? I have Leon getting the W. I think Usman wins. I think he out-grapples him, and I think it's a heavy grappling fest. Usman was outstriking him before. They made the excuse about the cardio, but Usman was outstriking him in the second round. So, I'm going Kamaru Usman in the rematch. I can't wait for it, though, or the trilogy. So, I think Usman's going to land the big shots on the feet, and I think Usman's going to take him down and control him on the ground as well. Habib had to lose money on those Eagle FC events, yeah, for sure. Last time I watched WWE, it was called WWF. Fair enough. Do you think Khamzat versus Usman will happen if Usman beats Leon? I'm worried Khamzat will move up to middleweight. I think it could be the worst thing he could do. I hope so. Khamzat versus Usman is the fight I wanted to see, and I think Leon Edwards' head kick ruined it. We call it the dead corpse of Tony Ferguson, but what do we call Diego Sanchez because he's beyond a dead corpse? I don't know, man. That's the lost soul of Diego Sanchez. That's the rotted corpse. The rotted corpse of Diego Sanchez. Yeah, that's what I would say. The rigor mortis corpse of Diego Sanchez. Right? Rigor mortis? Definition? Let's make sure. Oh, this is a few hours after death. Never mind. But it's when your body starts to kind of be weird after death. That's crazy. We'll just start calling it the rotting corpse of Diego. Does Ray Borg go to Bellator and Kevin Lee go into UFC? Confirm Eagle FC's dead? Yes. Eagle FC's dead. I knew it wasn't going to last. They thought they could do it and make a bunch of money, and they didn't. That's what it came down to. That's what it came down to. I just can't believe Jones versus Gane. Jones versus Gane is right around the corner, guys. Andre Muniz versus Brendan Allen. How does it end? I believe Muniz is the dark horse in the middleweight. Now, that's more of a dark horse prediction. I would go with Andre Muniz. I think Andre Muniz will out-grapple him. I think Muniz probably submits him. I think. Thoughts on Gaethje Fiziev? Justin's my favorite fighter, but I think he may be done after this one. A lot of people are completely counting out Gaethje. I think Gaethje's still very skilled and can win that fight, but that being said, I'm picking Fiziev. Fiziev is just such an elite striker. Such an elite striker. Did I actually put 22? I'm a clown and a half. And nobody told me until now. How did I mess that up? Is that what happened? You know, I just got so happy with twos. I said, you know what? You know what? Let me put 1 million of them. That's craziness. I messed that up. That's super annoying, actually. I'll fix that after the stream. But thank you for letting me know. Who would you favor between Edwards and Covington? I would favor, at this point, Edwards, because Covington, dude's been hiding in the safe house for too long. Dude's been in witness protection for far too long. I can't wait till Patty gets crushed and washed out of the UFC. It won't be long. It won't be long. William Knight and Jordan Wright can slap each other now. How crazy is it? Two main card guys from last week cut already. Both straight up garbage. Guys, do me a favor. If you're currently watching the stream and you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me see if I saved that Photoshop so I can adjust the date. But yeah, go subscribe. Turn on notifications. Did I mess up last week's too? Did I mess up last week's too? I did. Oh no, I've been messing them up all year. Oh no. Nobody told me. I've been messing them up. I did the first two right. And the 18th of January, I've been putting 22. I'm a clown and a half. I am a clown and a half. What a joke that is. I'm going to have to go fix all those now. I'm stressed. I'm annoyed. I'm going to have to go fix all those. And I don't know if I even have all those thumbnails still. But it is what it is. The ashes of Diego Sanchez. Does Nick Diaz fight again? Yes, but I pray he doesn't. So do you believe there's no fear of being KO'd again by Leon? It would make Usman hesitant on the feet, or the main reason you believe it will be a grapple fight? I think he'll grapple heavier just because of that little bit of fear. But at the end of the day, dude, he fought him for how many minutes and didn't get KO'd? He just got caught with the perfect head kick. It happens. Eagle FC still runs their events in Russia, Kazakhstan, whatever, and occasionally in the UAE. The Russia war messed up their business in the US. Okay. I did not know that. A cool video idea. You can do something about how legends go out of their prime in or out of the UFC and get brutally KO'd multiple times. That is a video idea. That is a video idea for sure. Bozer going to viciously knock out Ian Cutelaba and send him packing to BKFC. That is crazy that Cutelaba is even still in the UFC. At least Jordan Wright was exciting. Hopefully he's the one bossing Knight around at the Burger King. Yeah. Was Jordan Wright cut? Yes. How would William Knight do as a grocery store cashier? He would not do well because he just stands there and does nothing the whole time. Alonzo Menenfield is my least favorite fighter of all time. What are your thoughts on him? I don't know. I don't really care for him either. I think him and Jimmy Crute are straight up bums. Have you kept the same prediction for Mays versus Knight? I still think Mays can get him out of there in the first. Honestly, I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. But I'm probably going Mays. But what do you mean by Knight? You mean Augusto Sakai? I got a cap on my water. I think Augusto Sakai is just on a path out of the UFC. Bozer, okay, read that. Have you ever called an MMA streamer called Rigo? Somebody asked me this earlier in stream. Someone was mentioning him. Like, I don't remember when it was. It was like 2 or 3 days ago I was streaming. And he never came up. I was searching for MMA live streams, and no, I never found nothing. But afterwards, I searched his name and found him, and he was just like a clip channel. That's all I found. So I don't know if that's. I'm assuming that's the right one, but no, I had not heard of him until 2 days ago. Usman has been completely silent since the aftermath of the knockout. Kind of makes it scary. Were you the guy that was? Were you the guy that was like spamming about him? I said, look, I don't see him, and then you kept saying his name over and over again. Check him out. Check him out. But I don't know if that was you. I don't think that was you, but it might have been. I don't recognize your name. Usman has been completely silent since the aftermath of the knockout. Kind of makes it scary while Leon's been on every social media platform. Okay. I mean, I don't think it makes it scary. ORT, thank you for the $2 super chat. Who will be the aggressor in Gane versus Jones? I think it'll be a mix of forward pressure and backing up, but I think Jon Jones will have moments where he pressures forward, throws combinations, then backs off. Pressures forward, throws combinations, then backs off. Then once he gets really comfortable, I think he's going to start putting it all together. So, yeah. I think Jon Jones is going to be more aggressive than Gane. I think Gane's going to constantly be backing up for the most part. But Jones is going to mix backing up and moving forward. Would you rather get trained by Pat Barry or Joshua Fabi? I'd rather jump in a wood chipper. Thoughts on William Knight being cut? He deserved to be cut. He deserved to be cut. He did not deserve to get re-signed. Dude's a bum. Dude needs to go work at the grocery store. With that physique, nah. Nah. I banned him. I don't ever remember seeing his name, so I don't know what you mean. But all right, Mr. MMA Tubbs. Thoughts on William Knight versus Cocaine Bear? Gotta go with the Cocaine Bear for sure. William Knight, I don't think William Knight's beaten anyone at this point. I do not think William Knight I don't think William Knight's beaten anyone. Ever again. I mean, I like my chances against William Knight in a street fight. Let me put it that way. Knight and Wright will fight each other in a co-main on PFL. Dude, I'm not watching that shit, I'll tell you that much. Thoughts on William Knight? Okay, read that. Yeah, I meant Sakai. I don't know why I typed Knight. Yeah, I was confused for a second, and then you had me confused. Knight and Wright will fight. Okay, I already read that too. Yeah, PFL. I think there's PFL coming on this Friday too. I think so. Let me take a look. Major organization. Yeah, there's PFL. One championship. So it looks like one championship is coming on at 8 p.m. Bellator says 11:30, but that's probably the prelims. So it probably, let's see, 1, so that's probably 12:30. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6. It's probably somewhere between 4 and 6 the main card starts. And then it'll probably go off around the time one championship. It'll probably go off around the time one championship comes on. So I'll stream Bellator Friday, most likely, and then I'll do one championship tonight, probably. That's what I'm thinking. How involved is Dana White in the UFC? It seems like he might be getting phased out. It seemed like somebody might have said, look, we want you to disappear for a little bit. So I don't know. He's too busy worrying about his new baby Power Slap. I think that's what's going on. I don't fancy your chances. I think, well, dude, you're the one who made an account 3 days ago just so you could come in here and subtly troll with just enough where you're not getting banned, but where you're kind of, doing some weird shit. I want to time him out just for the hell of it because I know he'll get pissed saying weird shit like this in the chat. Dana be live on Rumble promoting Power Slap like every day. Yeah, dude, Dana, I'm telling you, Dana's getting more and more unhinged. I'm wondering what his little simp boys, everyone that like dick rides Dana on a 24/7 basis, I wonder what they're saying at this point. Because there's a lot of people who just dick ride Dana and they're just simping for Dana 24/7. I wonder what they're having to say now. Thoughts on Sandhagen versus Cheeto? We actually talked about this in depth earlier on the stream. I think Sandhagen's going to be too technical. Has too good of striking. Too hard to hit. I think Sandhagen's going to school Cheeto, unfortunately, because Cheeto's one of my favorite fighters. But I think Corey Sandhagen's going to be too much. But it should be a hell of a fight. It should be a hell of a fight. Dana, okay, read that. I can't believe Dana is just like, dude, he's always been a bit of a weirdo. But the last like 2 to 3 months, he's just fallen off a cliff. I like how nobody even cares about Saturday's card. I wish they did like a 2-week break before 285 because it's just such a massive event. We should have been starved a little bit before this event, in my opinion. Imagine if Dana isn't even at 285. Would not surprise me. People act like Dana White's the end-all, be-all of the UFC. The UFC will go on just fine without him. Just fine without him, to be honest. I don't know why he has a little simp posse. That's like, oh, Dana White, the UFC could never do it without him. UFC would be just fine without him. Would be just fine. And I don't care if Dana's there or not, honestly. Dana hasn't been interesting for probably 3, 4, 5 years. Dana used to be interesting back in the day, but not anymore. I think dude's a straight up maniac, and I think he's having like a midlife crisis. Something along those lines. But yeah, nobody cares about Saturday at all. Honestly, Yan versus O'Malley was pretty close. Could have won either way. No. Look, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I think it was a clear loss for Sean O'Malley. But it is what it is. He got the scorecard, so that's all that matters. What if Cheeto loses the majority of the fight and then he pulls out a last-minute KO? Would not surprise me either. Cheeto just has nasty power, unbelievable durability, and stamina. So, it would not surprise me if he loses to, Corey Sandhagen for the majority of the fight, gets outstruck, and then comes back and lands a nasty strike to win by KO. You ever seen Dana White's mom's interview? I think it's really old, so I saw it a long time ago. This week's card is actually miles better than the last one. Yeah, I've said that myself as well. It's an okay card. It's not great. It's not terrible, though. I can't believe all these thumbnails have been wrong and nobody's ever told me. That's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. Because now I got to change 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to change 6 thumbnails. And fix it up. Who do you think can replace Dana? I don't know if we really need a collective head of the UFC. I think there's plenty of people that already do what Dana does. Just go out and talk about the UFC a little bit more. Dana doesn't answer any tough questions anyway. Does a dark horse of the division have to be out of the top 10 or unranked? I would say out of the top 10, but I would also say even if they're in the top 10, if nobody's talking about them, they can still be a dark horse. What do you think about Andrade's excuse that her breasts were out? I have no idea. I didn't check. Do you think Islam will be in the Hall of Fame if he retired today? No. If Jan couldn't KO Corey, I don't see Cheeto doing it. Corey by majority decision. Joey, it's 10. Start the power slap commentary team. No, absolutely not. Dana's already been replaced. He does absolutely nothing. That is true. Who'd you pick to win? Who'd you pick to win in Cheeto versus Cruz? I'm pretty sure I picked Cheeto. I have a prediction video on the channel, but I'm pretty sure I picked Cheeto. I said Cruz was getting too old. I think I picked Cheeto. I picked Rob Font over Cheeto, though. But I picked Chito Vera over Dominic Cruz. I can't remember what my exact prediction was. Let me take a look. Marlon Vera. Marlon Chito Vera. Yeah, I picked Marlon Vera by 3rd round KO. What did he end up getting? He got a round 4 KO. Yep. That's what I picked. That's the beauty of Tapology. If I start to forget who I picked, I can go back and look. Derek, thank you for the $20 super chat. Joey just got home. Can we keep this stream going? We're about to hit the 2-hour mark, man. I don't know. Now I feel bad. You got me in a bad spot now. I mean, I wasn't going to end it in the next 2 minutes. But now I feel bad. How long do you want the stream to go? Just join. Don't stop now. That's what she said. But we're going to go for a little bit longer. I don't know exactly how long, Derek. But I appreciate your $20. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I appreciate it, my friend. Derek with the $20 super chat. $20 super chat. Should we raid Rigo? Sure, if you want to. I mean, I'm not leaving right now anyway. But I usually try to find like up and coming MMA channels. Let's see if there's any up and coming MMA channels. And I try to send my viewers to them. Let's search MMA. Boom. Filters live. Okay. The Grappling Network live stream. There's like no MMA channels ever live. Ew, I just found one that's horrible that's live. But I'm not helping them. That's a horrible channel. Cringy channel. I finally found my channel. 80 million down the results somehow. But for some reason you search MMA and you just get like relaxing musical streams. Let's search UFC. I see Jon Jones apparently did an interview. Some dude. Most of the UFC streams are streaming video games. There's just not a lot. There's not a lot going on in the MMA community, I guess. If I was leaving right now, I found a guy with 1 viewer who's playing UFC. I'll keep his channel open in case when I leave later. In case I do go somewhere. But I'm not going to go anywhere for a little bit. Derek's asking for the channel to stream to continue. How can I turn him down with a $20 dono? Now I just got to wait for someone to steal their mom's credit card and donate $500. And then I'll faint on stream. And then we'll have to go at least 3 hours. I'll tell you that much. I will faint probably live. I won't even know what to say. Because how could I ever possibly give them their money's worth with a response? But thank you, Derek. I appreciate you, Derek. It means a lot, Derek. Longtime supporter of the channel. Always donating to the channel. Thank you very much. What do you think about Andrade's excuses? I hate excuses in general, but I haven't looked into it. This week's card doesn't have Aaron Blanchfield, so it's bad, okay? It's crazy Aldo beat Cheeto not that long ago, and now he's retired. That is true. But Aldo was sick at bantamweight. Aldo was absolutely sick at bantamweight. And a lot of people thought he was going to be a dead corpse. But, I mean, people were questioning, oh, how can he go down in weight and this and that and this and that? How is he going to be successful? And sure enough, he went down. He almost got a title. All-nighter stream. Yeah. We'll increase the stream for a half hour for every $20 donated. So now we're at a 2.5 hour stream. That's what we'll do. That's the new rule right there, man. That's how we get the train going. Now I feel like an idiot. Don't feel like an idiot. There's no dumb questions here. There's no dumb questions here. Just join. Don't stop now. I already read that. Hey, Joey, I just joined. Let's go for another hour. GP, thank you for the $2 super chat. Stole my girl's credit card. Yeah. Take her credit card. Rack up them super chats. And that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. That's how you build a nice, strong relationship with her. All-nighter stream. Could you imagine if I stayed on all night? I wonder what this stream would look like in like 6 hours. You know what's crazy? I'm tired right now. A little bit tired. Right? Not crazy tired. If I get off stream right now and try to go to sleep, I'll still be up till about 2 to 3 a.m. Like, I didn't stream last night at all. I went to bed about 11-ish. And when I say I went to bed, I went late in bed about 11. I was still up at 3:30. I gotta start getting better sleep. I can put better work into the channel. I can put better work into the channel if I get better sleep. Because I swear I'll finally go to sleep, and the next thing you know, I pop open my eyes and it's light outside. I'm like, damn. So it's unfortunate. Nobody timed you out, dude. Shut up. Do you want to see McGregor be successful coming back? I think he's good for the UFC. Love him or hate him. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him successful, but to what degree? I don't mind. I think he's going to beat Chandler, and if I had a pick, if I could, set what's going to happen, I would want McGregor to KO Chandler. It makes it better for the sport. It makes it more fun. And my eyes itching. And I think it'd be awesome. But if McGregor having success means undeserved title shots, log jamming divisions, undefended titles, no, I do not. But would I like to see him fight Chandler and win? Yes. Would I like to see him get another big fight and maybe win? Yes. Then we can start talking about a potential title shot after like 2 quality wins? Yes. But I don't want to see these undeserved title shots just because he's popular. I don't want to. Kind of feels like Jon versus Gane hasn't got a ton of press. Has Jon done any recent interviews? I don't know if he has. I'm not really paying too close attention to the interviews. But I think as soon as Saturday ends, I think UFC 285 press will pick up massively. Imagine someone just donated $1,000 through PayPal. That'd be nuts. Now you won't make me want to go check my PayPal. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to donate, I haven't said this in a while. If anybody ever wants to donate via PayPal, YouTube doesn't take a cut of it. The link is in the description. Somebody double check and make sure the link still works for me. If someone could check, I'd appreciate it. Like, not send anything, but just click on it and make sure it goes to the right screen. I'm pretty sure it does. I'll just go check it real quick. Now I think about it. It takes me 1 second. Let me take a look. I just want to make sure it still works. Everything's still good with it. Yeah, it does. Yup. So if anybody ever wants to donate via PayPal, the option is already there. Always there. Not that you need to. Steven Seagal, thank you for the $2 super chat. Who does more coke, McGregor or the Bear? Definitely McGregor. Definitely McGregor. Don't donation alerts pop up? No, because I didn't set that back up when I set up OBS on my new computer. Yep. So no. And I don't really like them anyway because they're kind of distracting. But I did kind of like them. I might eventually add it back, but I don't know. Okay, where was I at? I fell asleep at 6 a.m. There's sometimes I'll fall asleep at like 4 o'clock and wake up at like 6 o'clock, and then I'm like just dead all day. But the way I get by is like I'll take a power nap. Like I'll take like a 45-minute power nap, and the next thing you know, I'm raring to go. The blue light from your screen. Now, I've always had issues with sleep. I used to take sleep medication because I just could not sleep. Have you ever seen the side-by-side of him and Wonderboy from 2014 versus now? I did see that. He's bigger than a 170er who is potentially going to 185. Yeah, McGregor's huge right now. Don't do it. Okay, I already read that. Wait, YouTube takes part of my super chat. That's just the way it works. YouTube makes the platform. They make it easily accessible for people to donate. And that's the way it works. And that's, why the thing is, you should have, when you have a YouTube channel, you should set up multiple avenues to make it more convenient for people to do it. So YouTube is the most convenient, and that's why people mostly donate through Super Chat. But you also have an option for people who want to do through PayPal. Joey, your donations have gone up this week. Love to see it. It's awesome. I can't wait to see where the channel is in another year. But yeah, I appreciate all your guys' donations. The fact that we're getting like 10, 15 donations per stream. I'm going to have to start writing a list. So when we hit 100K subscribers, I remember, back in February of 2023, we had Steven Seagal donate $2 via Super Chat back when we were a 7,000 subscriber channel. We have Derek with the $20 Super Chat, the $20 holler. We have Twizzy Rich. We have GP stealing his girl's credit card. And then I can remember it when we got 100K. And we're just getting Super Chats and Super Chats and Super Chats. And I can remember the OG Super Chatters. Power nap or power slap? Both. Both. Is weed still banned in the UFC? To a certain degree, yeah, but I don't think you can be suspended for an unreasonable amount of time anymore. What's up, Joey? I'd rather watch Esparza and Namajunas on repeat than go watch that Cocaine Bear movie. I think I'm just going to go see it for shits and giggles. I'm going to hate it the entire time. It looks horrible. But I have an AMC A-list membership. But I don't know if I'm going to have time. I just don't know if I'm going to have time. But I may, if I can find a rainy day where I'm not behind on content. And, because if I don't have to do anything and it's not a rainy day, I'm trying to get outside, So a rainy day where I'm not doing anything, and I might go see it. But I thought about going to see the new Ant-Man movie, but it just looks horrible too. No, it's no longer considered a PED. Nate was blazing up from USADA dude in his living room. Yeah, the USADA Nevada State Athletic Commission. I don't know why I butchered my words there. Ban Nick Diaz for life for marijuana. I remember watching the hearing live. What an absolute travesty. To ban him for life. They acted like it was the most egregious breach of the rules they've ever seen. I saw Ant-Man 3. It was alright. It just looks horrible to me. New Ant-Man movie is pretty good. The best Marvel movie in a while. Really? I don't know if I trust it, Fries. I think you're a Marvel... I think you're a Marvel simp, dude. I don't know if I can trust it. But I might have to go see it if I get a chance. Yeah, it's really wild to think how they ruined Nick. I don't think Nick would have fought anyway, to be honest. I don't think Nick would have fought anyway. Thoughts on Pavlovich versus Blaydes? It should be a #1 contender fight. It's a great fight. I think Pavlovich has a terrible resume. Dude beat up Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa, who I consider to be basically bums. I hate to say it. I know they're fan-friendly fighters. But I think they're bums. So, yeah, I thought Love and Thunder was horrible. Maybe, you know what's funny? The reason I thought Ant-Man looked terrible is because I saw people who usually love the terrible Marvel movies saying that they were bad. And I said, if they think it's bad, then how bad could it possibly be? But maybe it's the opposite. Because they're idiots and think the other terrible movies are good, they think this one's bad. Because Love and Thunder, I thought this was a waste of my time. But anyway, I think Pavlovich fought nothing but bums. I think he's looked good, but he doesn't even throw any kicks. He got out-grappled by Alistair Overeem and got the shit beat out of him. And I think Curtis Blaydes is an amazing heavyweight wrestler and a massive heavyweight. And I think Blaydes is going to get him down and beat him up and finish him. I have a full video on the channel right now. I did it earlier today. So if you want to check that out, it's on the channel. I go in depth. It's about like maybe a 13-minute video, something along those lines. No Cocaine Bear is brilliant. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know when I will go see it because tomorrow it's supposed to be damn near 75 degrees where I'm at. So I'm definitely going outside tomorrow. I definitely got to get outside. Let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so hold on one second. Yeah, but now I forgot what we were talking about. I don't even know. I think we're talking about Cocaine Bear or something like that. I mean, the bar is pretty low. Most new Marvel movies are trash, so a movie doesn't even have to be that good. Yeah, I don't remember the last Marvel movie I really enjoyed. But, yeah. I heard the Flash movie's great. I haven't seen it. Joey, you were mentioning how Alex is 3-0 against Izzy. No. He's 1-0 against Izzy. He is 1-0 against Izzy. Stop saying that. I hate people that say that. It's so dumb. They fought once in MMA. Let me X out all these tabs. Oh my God, the rankings got the power slap advertisement. What a joke that is. What an absolute joke that is. Yeah, the bar is super low on the Marvel movies. Haha, yeah, I think Izzy wins the rematch. I think he does. I think he does. Hold on one second, guys. I just think Izzy won the majority of the first fight. I think he's going to win the next one. I think he's going to come in more measured. I think he's going to be super careful. The striking is going to be amazing to watch, but I think he might even finish Alex Pereira. And if he hurts him this time, he cannot. I mean, he didn't let him off the hook the first time. It was the end of the round. But 10 more seconds, and it's a first-round KO for Ciryl Adesanya. How are you champion? Okay. Pereira was a scrub when they first fought, to be fair. Adesanya was nowhere near as good as he is now. Looking back, are there any fights you thought was maybe a robbery, but looking back it wasn't? I don't really claim too many fights are a robbery. So, no, I don't think there is. But maybe when I initially watched it, I thought it was. But then, right away, I was like, well, you know what? But off the top of my head, I don't only know of real, three fights that people were talking about that I called a robbery. And only 2 fights that I called a robbery since I started the channel. And that was Paddy Pimblett, Jarrett Gordon, and Sean O'Malley versus Petr Yan. That was an embarrassment to the sport. And then for the one that I remember previous to the YouTube channel, Diego Sanchez versus Ross Pearson was a brutal robbery as well. Do you like Brock Lesnar? No. I don't want Izzy to win because if he does, they're going to turn it into a trilogy. I don't know. If Izzy goes out there and KOs him, I don't know if they do a trilogy, to be honest. And people will say the UFC is showing bias to Pereira. Mark my words. If Adesanya wins, and let's say he KOs him in the first round and they don't give him the trilogy fight, which if he stays around, he probably should get it. The UFC will say, oh, they're babying Izzy. They don't want Izzy to lose his belt again. But we'll see what happens. Pereira's massive. I don't know how long he can make that weight cut. I wouldn't be shocked if... Guys, I hate to even put this out into the ether. And somebody clip this in case it happens. It would not shock me. It would not shock me if for UFC 287, Alex Pereira comes in and misses weight. And then is stripped of the belt going into the Ciryl Adesanya fight. Would not shock me whatsoever. But the trilogy would be fun. I mean, there's no real deserving contenders right now. Who's the best fighter in the world that's not in the UFC? I don't know. I'm not familiar with every fighter. Usman Nurmagomedov's one of them. Paddy the Baddy versus Power Slap champion. Who wins? Power Slap champion. Cain Velasquez. Cain started training at AK again. Fair enough. Fair enough. If Pereira didn't get rocked, he would have been up 2-0 on striking. He was outpointing Izzy in round 1. Okay. But he almost got knocked out. So he lost round 1. And then it doesn't matter. He was losing. He lost. He lost 3-4. So it is what it is. It was a close fight. I mean, it was a good fight. But Izzy won the majority of it, in my opinion. When do the rematches stop? Never. Never, ever, ever. Heard from my sources he might make a comeback. Somebody donate 20? Okay. The Michael Johnson fight was pretty bad robbery, too. Against Eustace. Is that who you're talking about? The Dober Patty stuff is just horse shit. That's not even real. It's just stupid shit. I don't know. People keep sharing it around. These fake dumbass MMA Twitter accounts and MMA Instagram accounts just throw shit at the wall with big name fighters, pray it sticks, and then people reshare it. And it gets regurgitated. And it's annoying as hell. And it never ends. And it continues and continues and continues and continues and continues. And then I get asked about it 150 times. It's not happening. Who do you favor between Hooker and Moicano? At this point, I favor Moicano. Hooker's one step away from a dead corpse. Dan Hooker's UFC career has one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. Okay? And I think Moicano probably beat the brakes off him. But who knows? If it's the Hooker old, Hooker could win. He lost round 3 from grappling and was gassed in round 4. On the feet, I think he was better than Izzy. Okay. Yeah, donate. Oh, God, another 30. We're probably going to go about 2.5. We're probably going to go 2.5. Y'all trying to kill me at this point. Did Joey... Okay. Dan Hooker's on thin ice. One foot in the grave, the other on a banana peel. That is Dan Hooker's UFC career right now. Thoughts on rearranging weight classes? 125, 215, 10-pound increments, anything over heavyweight, no limit? I don't know. I don't like change too much, so I would kind of hate to see it. I'm just used to what we have. I wouldn't want to upend everything and change everything. 2.5 more. No, we're going about another 20 minutes or so, probably at least. We've been on here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. This is the weekly live chat, and we're just dragging it out and dragging it out and dragging it out. But we always have fun. I'll be streaming on Friday again. I might even do another stream tomorrow. It depends. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Plus, it's going to be really nice out tomorrow. So I don't know, but we'll see. A super heavyweight division would be horrible. That's never going to happen. They can't find skilled heavyweights to begin with. People who are athletic, who weigh that much, are in the NFL. End of story. That's the way it works. Dan Hooker's fucking kangaroos is what Dan Hooker's doing. Did Dan Hooker provide any proof on the IV? Nope. Nope. Barberina and Nico Price called each other out on Insta. Would love to see that fan-friendly fight. Barberina is fighting Gunnar Nelson at UFC 286 in 3 weeks. So, hate to burst your bubble, Eric. But that was just announced today, I think. Daniel Rodriguez was supposed to fight Gunnar Nelson, but he pulled out of the fight. True, they aren't getting paid chump change by Dana. Exactly. They'd rather go to the NFL. That's truly why you don't see a lot of skilled heavyweights. The super athletic heavyweights are heading to the NFL. Why wouldn't you? You make millions and millions and millions. So that's the way it works. That's the way it works. Who do you got? Prime Cruz versus Moraes. I would take Prime Cruz, but that'd be a hell of a fight, both in their prime. Both in their prime would be incredible. A super heavyweight division, dead, yeah. Be like Rikishi from the WWF, giving stink faces. Haha, JK. Joe, I remember you said Gunnar Nelson was the next 170 champ. Yeah, he trained with Conor, so he's guaranteed a championship. That's for sure. Beniel said Leon is the most well-rounded fighter in MMA today. Your thoughts? No. No, absolutely not. I think there's more I think Volk's more well-rounded. I think Piotr Jan's more well-rounded. I could probably list other ones too that are more well-rounded, but off the top of my head, no. But okay, I mean Leon's definitely well-rounded for sure. I just realized Billy still isn't a mod after. Yeah, dude, the Wingstop comment. Dude ain't. I can't trust a dude with a wrench like that. I mean, I can't give him that type of power around here. I can't trust him with that type of power. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I just can't trust it. It's like Billy like stole $20 out of my wallet one time, and now I just don't trust him anymore because to make a comment like that and then try to trash Chick-fil-A in the same sentence. Plus, I feel like you know what I mean? It's one of those things like there has to be repercussions for an action like that. I can't just let that go unchecked. Dude's embarrassing me, the stuff he's saying in the chat about Wingstop. It's so bad. Like, I'm genuinely, like, if me and Billy were friends in real life, like hanging out and stuff, and dude was like, yo, let's hit Wingstop. Nah, we're not friends anymore. We're not. I would never hit Wingstop with you. Wingstop is garbage, dude. And I couldn't trust somebody like that. You know? That's like saying, hey man, you mind if I come over tonight and we can watch Power Slap? The fuck you mean watch Power Slap? Hell no. I ain't watching no bullshit Power Slap. What's next? You want me to watch the Daytona 500 with you? Nah. Wingstop is garbage, nasty ass, frozen grocery store expired food that they throw in the microwave and then they cover with nasty ass sauce. And I don't know if Billy grew up eating out of soup kitchens. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that Wingstop tastes good to you, I don't know. Maybe Billy's Wingstop is just top tier. My Wingstop, the two that I've been to in Baltimore, are straight up garbage. So, Joey, what would it take for you to do a watch along of the boxing card this Sunday? I don't know. That'd probably take at least like a. That's got to be a $500 donation right there to do that. And I would be pissed the whole time. So please do not do it. I know no one's gonna do it, but please no. Please no. What's your go-to wing place? America's Best Wings has the best wings in my opinion. If my fishing buddy ever suggests a Wingstop after we go fishing, he's going overboard. Good. It's horrible. I've had it twice and I've thrown it away both times. I didn't even finish it. I'm not a person, you know, that's super. I mean, I'm picky, but like, it's chicken. You know what I mean? It's chicken. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat it. I may not go back there again, but I'm gonna eat it at least. It's so bad that I had to throw it away and find something else to eat. My nose is itching. And usually my fiance, she's not picky at all. So usually if I don't like something, I'll be like, here. And she'll eat it. She threw that shit away too. She said, nah, I ain't eating this shit. This shit is garbage. The second time I went there, she tried to talk me out of it. She said, no. Because Billy convinced me to go back. And they opened a new location that just opened. And she was like, nah, don't go there. It was horrible. We threw it away, remember? And I was like, nah, it was probably just a bad experience. And I went back there again. And it was horrible. I got the sandwiches. It tasted like, school lunch. It tasted like school lunch that had sat around for like 3 hours beforehand. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I got 2 different flavor sandwiches, and they were both horrible. I think I ate maybe half of each one, so I probably ate a total of 1 sandwich. And the only reason I even ate that much is because I was like, oh, it ain't. I started eating it. I was like, it ain't that bad, because she was telling me the whole time, don't do it. And I was like, it ain't that bad. And I was taking bites. And then when you're pretending like you want to eat something, but you actually don't, and then you just chew it. I was just sitting there chewing it. It ain't that bad. This ain't too bad. It's a pretty good sandwich. And then I just kept chewing and chewing and chewing. And I'm like, you know what? This is garbage. This tastes like shit. This tastes like shit. And then I said, look, I can't eat any more of this. Let me try the other flavor. And then I tried the other flavor, and I was like, ugh. And then I think I threw them away. I think she took a bite. I was like, yeah, this is garbage. And when I went in, I had ordered it on the app. I went on the app or some shit, or I went online. I don't remember. And I ordered it, and when I went in there, I had to wait. And when I came back out to the car, she's like, yeah, they probably had to put it in the microwave for another 5 minutes. It's probably still frozen in the middle. So, yeah, I think they just microwave their shit. It's garbage. I'll never ever go back to Wingstop ever again. And I hope they go out of business. I don't want anyone to lose their job. And I know in turn, when the place goes out of business, they lose their job. Anybody that's eating that shit and enjoying it, you ain't a normal person to me. You are a subhuman if you enjoy Wingstop. And you are unworthy of trust. Anyway, Filth, thank you for the $2 super chat. Does Masvidal have any shot in hell against Burns? Yes, because Burns is kind of chinny and Masvidal does have brutal KO power. But I think Burns is going to grapple him early and often. So, I think Masvidal has about a 5% chance to beat Burns. Got to clip him with a big shot. Joe, you see Volk asking for a rematch with Islam. What a joke. He better get in line, especially with the BS accusations. Yeah, I would never. If I had the option and I was Islam, I'd never give him a title shot. I say nah. I cheated to win. Remember, with no evidence, I cheated to win, and I think it's an embarrassment for Volk's team. And if I was Islam, I wouldn't want to give him the rematch. Joe, if America's Best Wings was a fighter, who would it be? Also, same for Wingstop. If Wingstop was a fighter. It would be William Knight mixed with Tony Kelly. Yeah, it just belongs in the trash. For America's Best Wings, I don't know. Dude, this is the dumbest question. I can't name one for America's Best Wings. Sounds like Arby's. Does anyone even go to Arby's? I don't even know if anyone goes to Arby's, to be quite honest. Any fast food places you hate? Pretty much all of them. I pretty much only go to I must say KFC because I was reading the chat. I hate KFC too. I've went there once in the last year and a half. And the Wingstop of every weight class. The only fast food place I really like is Chick-fil-A. But I'll occasionally get Five Guys. I don't know if you consider that fast food. But yeah, Wingstop's garbage. Burger King's garbage. Wendy's is garbage. And you go to Wendy's. The last time I went to Wendy's was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. You go there and you just order like one meal off the menu, and they're like, "Oh, $35. First window, please." I'm like, "Well, wait, what?" Also, a lot of the fast food places in Baltimore are just garbage in general. The KFC, I would never eat at that KFC. I had it like maybe a year and a half ago, and it was so bad. It was just as bad as Wingstop. Subway the same way. You get one sub and it's 15. Dude, I used to get Subway a lot. But yeah, the Subway used to be a $5 footlong. Now it's a $25 footlong. But yeah, if I'm getting food, I'm either getting a chicken sandwich or I'm getting wings. So the time and place for Wingstop is never in the trash. Got it. Yup. What are we just turning this into a stream? Is Ngannou going into Hall of Fame? Absolutely not. The UFC would never put Francis Ngannou in the Hall of Fame. Ever, ever, ever in a million years. It would never happen. The UFC may not say it, and they may not ever bring it up, but they're pissed. They're pissed that Francis Ngannou left. Joey, I'm assuming you never had In-N-Out. I don't think so. They just opened a burger place not too far from me, but I don't remember what the name of it. I think it's Shake Shack. Okay. What's the healthiest fast food chain? Probably Subway, I would guess. But yeah, why is the entire chat now this? I like how the chat's turned into this. Dana is vindictive as it gets. Do you think Francis ever fights in the UFC again? It's possible, but Dana's probably just going to try to offer him $12K and $12K and a Wingstop gift card. Would be my guess. Joe, you have to try Shake Shack. I will bet on that even over. Dude, I don't try. Billy, now you're making me not want to go there. Yeah, UFC's always petty. And they'll act like Francis Ngannou was never any good, too. That's what they'll do. They'll act like Francis Ngannou was never any good. That's what they'll do. Yeah, so, guys, we've gone to almost 2.5 hours. I might go to Shake Shack. I never know. I have found a stream of... Let me just make sure it's still going. Whoa. I don't know what this guy's talking about. But I found a guy doing a UFC stream right now. Go raid his stream. Well, first off, before we go, like this stream. If you're watching and you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. I may be live tomorrow. I'll definitely be live Friday. But do me a favor. There's this guy streaming UFC. I just randomly found him. I just searched by UFC and then I went to live. Go raid his stream and tell him MMA Joey sent you. Also, if you're not going to do that, because I know some of you guys aren't going to do that, do me a favor. Go watch all my recent videos. I did a grading UFC 285 video. It's on the channel right now, where I go over the entire card. I grade the card, go over the pay-per-view portion of the card. I have a video out for Sergei Pavlovich, Curtis Blaydes. I have a video out for Charles Oliveira, Beniel Dariush. I have a prediction video out for Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. But appreciate you guys. Thank you for the $10 super chat, jumping out of the mud. Jesse on Fire mentioned you in a comment on his latest video. A guy mentioned that you called him out for being a clickbait, and he said he'll model his channel after you. That way he can have 15,000 less subs. I've never even watched his channel outside of Diego Sanchez videos that somebody told me to check out. But yeah, that's fine. I don't care. What do you want me to say? So, I feel like people try to do these weird, like, YouTube, MMA YouTuber beefs. I don't give a fuck about anyone in the MMA YouTube space. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they don't like my channel. I don't care if they don't like me. I don't care if they don't watch me. Because I don't watch them either. So, I don't blame him for saying that. Because if someone comments, oh, so-and-so's talking shit, blah, blah, blah. You know, I would kind of be like, oh, well, fuck him too. So, I won't hold it against him. I don't care. I'm not even sure if that's true. But maybe it is. I'll take it at your word since you donated $10. I'm assuming maybe you're not lying because it's $10. But, I mean, all I said, and I'm not even talking about his channel. I don't watch his channel. I don't know what his channel consists of for the most part. I just don't like clickbait. That's not what I consume. So, if that fits him, then I'm sorry. It's just personal preferences. I'm sure there's plenty of people that hate my channel. Think this is the worst channel ever. Who wants to watch this bullshit? But, yeah, I'm not sensitive about it, so it is what it is. Everyone's going to have their own preferences. But appreciate you letting me know. If that is true, I appreciate you letting me know. So, Bit of a douche. Who cares? Pay the man. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Appreciate the $10 dono, though. Appreciate you letting me know. I wonder if that's actually true. Someone's going to have to go fact check that for me. Because I'll be damned before I go to another MMA YouTube channel and click on their videos. I don't watch MMA YouTube. I didn't watch MMA YouTube before I started my own YouTube channel. Because it's all garbage. And I mentioned it, all the reasons why I thought that shit was garbage. In general. Just MMA YouTube in general is really a cesspool. So, anyway, while we're on the talk of other content creators, I like to find small channels, even if they're just streaming video games, and I like to send all my viewers there, if they will go there. So, I found this guy who's streaming UFC video game. I don't know which game it is, but it's one of the EA Sports. I'm assuming it's the newest one. He has 96 subscribers, and he's got one person watching. But thank you, Jumping Out of the Mud, again for the $10 super chat. Go tell this guy MMA Joey sent you. I would greatly appreciate it. Everyone go to the link in the chat. Tell him MMA Joey sent you. Like his stream. Subscribe to his channel if you enjoy his content and stuff like that. Go show him some support. I'd appreciate it if every single one of you guys go. We got 78 people in the chat right now. There was more or less a little bit ago, but go there, show him some support. Tell him MMA Joey sent you. I appreciate you guys for watching the live chat. Thank you for all the donations. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or I'll definitely be on Friday for another stream. So I'll be streaming Bellator and One Championship on Friday. I'll be streaming UFC on Saturday. So appreciate you guys for watching the stream. Go to the link in the chat right now. Go to the link in the chat right now. Show some small YouTube creators some support. And I would greatly appreciate that. And good night. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys later.